time. Silent forests call their name in the dead of the night. Greed pours oil, shadows creep in every silent grove. Werewolves rise for Gaia's breath, they fiercely rove. Run through silver streams, fight the poison black. Hear the heartbeat of the wild, there's no turning back. Corruption's grip on the land, we tear it asunder with the howls of a rage. We guard Gaia's wonder. City lights, a blinding light, concrete spreads like flame. Bodies broken by the grind, souls stripped of their name. Sacred roads, ancient tales, lost in greedy schemes. Werewolves gather, bound by blood, to reclaim their dreams. Run through silver streams, fight the poison black. Hear the heartbeat of the wild, there's no turning back. Corruption's grip on the land, we tear it asunder with the howls of a rage. We guard Gaia's wonder. Ancient spirits whispering in the oaken pipe, echoes of a world at peace, lost in wounds of time. Murdered lands for gold and steel, sky choked with greed. Werewolves rise, a storm of earth, the earth's stormy steed. Moonlight bathing broken lands, tears and shadows fall. Echoes of the lupine call, through the wild they'll crawl. Heart beats fast, sharpened tooth, no safe haven here for those who roam Gaia's trust. Now they know the fear. In shadows we gathered, the moon whispered low, from the ashes of Gaia where rivers cease to flow. Dark fury rising close, scraping the sky, with teeth bared for battle and fury in our eyes. We run through the wastelands, the earth gone to dust, silent echoes of forebears, in vengeance we trust. The world spawn upon us, our ranks standing thin, but the howl of the galliard will never let them win. Howling winds of doom, we heed the call, tales of the apocalypse, we stand tall. In the darkest hour we'll make our stand, for the fallen king and the forgotten land. Embers of the forest, the whispers of the dead, with each breath we remember the blood we've shed. Cities that crumble under blackened night, our story in the wind, edged by the fight. Through lifetimes of sorrow, with shadows we blend, Galliard's tale turning in the night we descend. Cursed by their darkness, blessed by our rage, on the edge of destruction we write our own page. To the camp's heart we return, star to beat, yet the spirit of warriors will never meet defeat. In the ghost of the world that once was pure, we sing the lore of warriors fierce and sure.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Rage over Lake Blackwater. I hope everyone can hear me. This is session 8. Thank you for joining us, Echoes of the Lost Pack. Thank you for joining us for Werewolf the Apocalypse. We are not joined tonight by Nerdwire. He is doing some family obligations, and Haggard has told me that he'll be a little bit late tonight. I think he's having some computer issues, so we hold out hope that he can join us. But tonight I am joined by some really great friends of mine whom you all know and love. And we're going to start with Team Wildwood tonight. And he's going to do his introductions and tell us a little about his character.
Yo. I'm Team Wildwood. I stream lots of retro and whatnot. Currently doing some Final Fantasy. But tonight, like every Saturday night, I'm Song of Ashes, the lead singer of... Well, I guess it's kind of currently Song of Ashes. We're maybe thinking of a name change. And, yeah.
He's our local Black Fury Galliard. And
indeed.
You can thank him for the wonderful backgrounds we have for everyone tonight.
Oh, yeah, fun.
All right, next we have Toasty.
Hello. I'm Toasty. I'm a very rare variety retro streamer. As in, I rarely stream, but hey, every weekend I'm here on Zed Stream, so that's something. Play Wildcard, a about Naragabash, and I'm kind of an agent of chaos.
Pete and repeat 03.
Hey, Toasty, I think I might be more rare than you because I haven't streamed in years. You've streamed in a couple of months, but I'm here. I'm playing Orin Duskwalker. I am a Ghost Council Theurge. Will do anything to get the job done. I'm still trying to navigate my way through the spiritual world of the world of darkness. Weird, but we're learning. And sometimes I get a little angry when my toys don't work how they're supposed to.
Fair.
All right, and last but not least is I am Tinderly.
I'm Tenderly. I run what I'm told is a vibe channel, Monday through Friday. We like to just cuddle up and do I don't even know what. We just go live and see what happens. I try to play games, very poorly. I'm playing a very newly turned werewolf, but unlike the others, I'm actually a wolf. I was never a person, so it's kind of really hard for me. I'm a child of Gaia Galliard, and I know speak good English.
All right, I'm glad that's where everything's going so well. Everyone's having fun so far. Lots of downtime actions this week. Lots of great role play happening in our role play server that we have going on. Making some choices, making some decisions on that, but we're doing a lot of great role play between sessions. Everyone's been doing great downtimes. You can catch those Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. to basically 2 p.m. Wednesdays and Fridays we do our downtime sessions and session prep, and everyone is more than welcome to join in with the downtimes. I love when my viewers give me suggestions, so check out words are hard. So check out and also check out the Retroactive. I almost said our old name, the Retroactivist community. It's a great community of retro community people. We have one shared Discord where we all hang out. It's where you hear a lot of the information about what we've got going on, and I highly recommend checking it out. Come become a Retroactivist right away. All right, so we're going to get started. Now, I want everyone to take a deep breath with me because we're going to start a little bit differently. I haven't invited you anywhere. Oh, I saw that deep breath. All right. All right. So I want you to think we're doing something a little bit differently. The woods are alive with the sounds of the night. The dense forest stretches endlessly before you. Bathed in the silver light of the crescent moon, the air is cold, carrying the sense of snow, pine, rotting leaves, subdued by the cover of white on the ground. Each of you moves silently in lupus form. Your paws pressing into the soft snow, the world around you a tapestry of scents, sounds, and shivers. Shadowheart moves ahead of you, her lupus form sleek and a commanding presence. Her head is low, ears forward, scanning the path ahead. Her pace is deliberate, her movements careful, but with an unspoken urgency. You can feel her emotion ripple through your shared pack bond. Resolve, mixed with something deeper, harder to place. The forest seems endless, illuminated only by slivers of moonlight piercing the canopy above. A slight wind whirls around the underbrush, making it crisper, colder, but you're protected from the cold like you've never been before. You're not freezing. You're warm. You're safe in your fur. The air is rich with earthy tones. Snow, the scent of rotting leaves, and faint traces of wildlife. A fox's territorial markings linger near a tree, while the musk of a deer scat and old trails crisscross your path. Further away, there's something sharper, almost metallic, carried on the wind. A scent faintly tainted by, you believe, the worm. Tandy, you're leading this pack through familiar woods, but something stirs within you. A memory long buried. You catch a faint scent on the wind. It's unmistakable. You know who it is. It's the wolves you ran with before your first change. Their scent is faint but present. How do you react, and do you share with the others?
Mm. Smelling them, I remember what they did. I look uneasy, tinged with sad. I look to Oren and tell him, smell them, expecting him to remember.
Oren, the forest feels alive but tense, as though it holds breath. Your sharp senses catch the faint of something distant. Corruption. Faint but lingering. And the scent of wolves. Unfamiliar wolves to you. What do you make of it? And do you voice your thoughts to the group?
Once I smell corruption, I activate Sight from Beyond.
Okay, what are you looking for?
No, sorry, not Sight from Beyond. Penumbral senses. I always miss those two. Apologies.
Penumbral senses?
Yes.
All right, so you activate penumbral senses, your eyes glaze over. And around you, you see the forest, just ancient and majestic, covered in great snows, high snows. And you see snow spirits whirling around. But you don't see any corruption. All you see is an endless forest in front of you. Trees thicker than men.
We're not talking, so I wiggle the right way to let everybody know there's a scent of corruption on the wind, but it's nothing I've smelled before. I don't know this. I don't recognize this.
Song of Ashes. The sounds of the forest are a symphony, but there's a mournful note beneath it all. Shadowheart's behavior draws your attention. Do you offer comfort, or do you focus on maintaining your role? Maintaining your vigil and the sounds?
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of stay focused on that right now. I don't want to break her concentration, and there's really no reason to try to exchange words with her if this seems to be kind of her territory right now. So I'm just going to, especially falling back on Shadowheart and Orin right now, because I know Orin is my best chance of sort of interpreting between the two.
Very good. Wildcord. The forest presents an opportunity for observation and scouting, but Shadowheart's hesitation draws your attention. How are you going to balance your instincts as a Ragabash with the emotional weight kind of hanging in the air?
Wildcourt's first instinct is to crack a joke about the tainted smell. And he apologizes for farting.
Tindy, as you crest a small hill, crest a small rise, the scent grows stronger. You see them. A small cluster of wolves near the stream below. Their fur is patchy. Their movements slow. They're thinner than you remember. Their vitality seems drained. One lifts its head and it meets your gaze. There's recognition there, but only for a moment before it turns away. How do you approach them, if at all? What do you do with the weight of seeing what your life once was?
Internally, I acknowledge that whatever it was that happened to me spared me their fate.
You watch tenderly pause at the rise, her form tense, her head low. The scene before her seems to weigh heavily on her. And the emotions ripple through your bond. What do the three of you do?
Crest the hill beside her.
Same.
Yeah, what are those emotions that we're feeling specifically?
What do you what would they sense off you tenderly? There's a pack bond between you. It goes deep. Even though it's new, you still sense each other randomly and at different times. Maybe it's a new feeling, maybe it's not.
The human part of them would sense that I was feeling something akin to pity.
Would make me angry to see my friends, old friends, like this.
I think if that's the vibe I'm getting, I'm going to sort of step up in between her gaze of that pack and sort of signal with my head that we press on towards the probably the source of that smell, if we're wanting to investigate that or whatever it is that we're here for, I guess.
I think
I'm assuming this isn't like
they are the source of the smell.
aggressive. Oh, okay.
Well, do you want? Are you looking to check to see where the source of the smell is coming from? Would someone like to do that?
Yeah, I suppose.
All right.
Who would be best? What kind of room would that be?
That would be a wits plus awareness check.
I got 5 on it.
You're gonna need
Only
3.
four
You
here.
need at least 6 to take half.
I don't have sense, so can't. That anybody got any more juice?
I've got a 5.
Now you can aid each other. You can each add a dot to it, and work as a pack and sniff this out.
Yeah, it sounds like it. If we got 2
Well, yeah,
5s and I'm at 4, that's
And we're already arguing over what it smells like, so.
All right.
we can have our 5s add 2 dice.
Who has
One of our
who
bucks.
has dots in awareness? Raise your hand.
I've got 2 in awareness.
2. Three. Pete's got the 3.
Toast, did you have any?
I'm checking.
Yep.
I had my sheet open earlier, but 1 dot in awareness.
Okay, so add 3 dots to your dice pool. Regular dots, not rage dice.
Got it.
Difficulty
So
is
we're
3.
rolling.
Seems doable.
Rolling 8.
Yeah, should be fun.
Not on sale.
And you have 2 rage dice.
Yep. Big money, no whammies. Hey.
Oh, nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, as a
Holy
pack,
crap.
you all circle, and you catch the scent, the corruption. You smell oil. And it's not coming from the wolves.
That's
it's
very interesting.
It's a very faint smell that's coming from the north. But you smell oil as well. It's something you smell oil and exhaust.
Do I recognize these woods?
These are the woods in Lake Blackwater, but you probably don't recognize it from this perspective.
Sounds like we're pretty deep in. Yeah, okay.
You know exactly where to go. You know exactly what it smells like. It smells like snowmobiles, but it also smells something's wrong. You hear it as well. You hear a whooping. And it's coming from the north. It's probably 3-4 miles. but you have it. You get the trail of it. You don't even need to make an extended test because you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
Yeah, that was bonkers. I think that's enough to understand that I'm just gonna, signal to the crew that we should go investigate that.
Shadowheart, are those yours? Before we get to running, I wiggle the right way to ask that question.
Were.
I look to you, Ashes. I don't know if we should leave them. But I also don't know what to do.
Wish we could heal them. But I think we might have to fight them.
Shadowheart, is there anything that you think we could do for them?
They know what we are. They know like.
Yeah, let's just leave them be.
Let's go search out the source of that corruption.
I agree. Maybe we can help them indirectly.
On that, I'm off on a run. You said go, we go.
All right. So you know exactly where to go. You have your scent. I have Animal Kin and I have a Vedas and that. I wish I was there. Oh, okay. So you're running in that direction. It's roughly 3 to 4 miles. Just everyone give me a dexterity plus athletics. You guys are running as a pack, but this is new to you. I just want to see if you guys maintain formation. Dex plus athletics. Yo, retired.
Any rage in there?
Yes, your rage dice are in there.
What is our rage right now?
2.
2 rage dice.
Yep. 5 on it.
Difficulty 2.
Oh, then I just take half, but I made it anyway.
Made it anyway. That's okay. Player 13 is Tindy. We'll fix that. All right, so Toasty, you have trouble keeping up. Everyone circles back to get you. You're not used to running in a pack. It's okay, but they take care of you. All right, and the forest is still, save for the crunch of snow under your paws as you move to the winter blanketed woods in lupus form. The icy air is sharp in your nostrils, carrying the faint sense of pine resin, frozen earth, and the metallic tang of something wrong. The wind howls faintly through the trees, and overhead, the silver light of the silk crescent moon breaks through the canopy. Somewhere far ahead, the faint mechanical roar of engines grow louder. With each passing moment, an unnatural sound in the faint mechanical roar in this sacred place. Then you catch it. An acrid scent that prickles your senses, unmistakably tainted by the worm. It's not alone, interwoven with the scent of blood, the musk of bear, and something mechanical like fuel and exhaust. Your pack instinct sharpens. Whatever's ahead isn't natural, and it's not far. You crest a small ridge below, and the scene unfolds. You see a man standing in a small clearing surrounded by looming shadows of ancient pines. His rugged winter gear is torn and bloodied, his breath steaming in the freezing air. He clutches a gnarled wooden staff, its surface carved with runes that faintly glow with a warm amber light. Around him, the snow is churned and is stained with dark spatters of crimson. The source of his peril becomes immediately clear. 4 snowmobiles circle him like predators, their riders screaming guttural war cries that chill you deeper than the winter air. The riders are gaunt and wild-eyed, their bodies twitching with unnatural spasms. Their faces are twisted into grotesque snarls, their skin blotched and veined as if something is writhing beneath it. Their movements are jerky, and the black ichor drips from their mouths and fingers. Scrags, worm-possessed husks drive them now. The snowmobiles roar, spitting exhaust and kicking up ice as the riders rev their engines, their voices filled with inhuman malice. One of them hurls a glass bottle wreathed in flames at the man, who barely avoids the explosion as it bursts against the snow. Another lunges from the snowmobile mid-pass, swinging a crude axe that clangs off the glowing staff in Jeremiah's hand. He staggers, his footing slipping on the icy ground. What are you doing now?
Charging into the fray and turning Hispo.
All right, so that's what Toasty does immediately. What does everybody else do in response to Leroy Jenkins?
We got to back up Toasty, guys. He's going in. Not much we can do about that.
What were we going on for this run?
You were just
originally when we left.
You were just on a run. You were going to see
on a run.
You were on a run to see something.
Okay, I probably don't have my pack then.
Nope.
Well, you know what? I come out when I change shape. I got both knives, so I'm gonna go Glabro, and I'm diving for the one Toasty didn't dive for, the one Wildcore didn't go for.
All right. Anyone shape shifting? I need you to make your rage checks.
How many guys was there on the snowmobile?
There are 2 guys per snowmobile.
Okay. 2 guys per snowmobile. How many snowmobiles?
There's 4 snowmobiles.
So there's 8 dudes?
Eight dudes, yeah.
Eight
That's
dudes.
a lot of
Okay,
two
yeah.
legs.
I am also going to go Glabro.
What was that, Cindy?
And that's a lot of 2 legs.
That's a lot of 2 legs, yep, with Molotovs and axes and chains. All right, so Toasty, you lose a rage. You're down to 1 rage. Wildwood, you go to Glabro. You don't lose rage. Tindy, what do you do?
I remain in Wolf and run in to grab somebody by the arm
All right.
with
hold on.
my teeth.
Yep, I see you.
Indy was shown by the other Wolfborn about Hispo. I don't know if you remember that, Indy, but you can go
I
bigger
do.
Wolf.
You're bigger wolf. It's a possibility, but if she doesn't want to go to that, she doesn't have to change
I just
shape.
didn't know if you remember.
She's never tried it before. I'm not really sure in the heat of the moment is a good time to experiment with ourselves.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. That's how I
Okay,
sort of
this
felt
is
too.
definitely the heat of the moment that would encourage that kind of experimentation.
Hey, either way, she's got plenty of bite force and
I
whatnot.
just you, the player, remembered. So
All right.
hence
Let's just take care of her.
Okay, so
Toast.
we have three turns and out. Here's how we're gonna go. First one down the hill was Toasty, and he went to Hispo.
He did.
What are you doing? Are you leaping on someone, Toast?
Yeah, I am going to leap on them and try to bite their throat.
Okay, so you're going for the throat. So that's a called shot. So your strength plus brawl -2.
Well, no, I'm just going to try to bite whatever is closest to my mouth.
Okay, yes, whatever's close. So strength plus brawl, and he's going to try to swing a chain at you at the same time. He's taking a -1 because he is moving very fast, and so are you.
All right.
All right, so Toasty got all successes on an exceptional. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Toasty, you do 8 at you. Okay, so minus the 2 that he got. So you do 6. So you get 6 successes. So plus 1, so 7. You do 7 ag. So you leap up, you rip out the throat of the first man on the first passenger you find, and you pull him off the snowmobile, and you dig into him, and you actually kill him in one bite.
Well, that's a critical hit.
I like it.
You spray blood and viscera all over the place as you shake, and his head actually just is removed. Because you are that big of a wolf. All right, so next down the hill was Orin Duskwalker going Glabro with his knives.
I'm gonna go Glabro Spear for the driver. So using my dex and melee to make sure I hit him first, to clean him off, knife first.
All right, so he can't attack you. The best he can do is try to dodge.
Glabro, I get +1, right?
You get a +1, yep.
Oh, I get +2.
Plus
That's
2.
Glabro. This can
He's getting his dex plus drive, not dex plus athletics to dodge you.
Biggest.
All right, so as you dive in with your knife, he manages to whip the snowmobile now that it's much lighter without his passenger, and he waves from you, and you end up face first into a snowbank that he has just created. All right, Wildwood.
I'm going to kind of purposely fall in behind Tenderly, because I know you said it was like 2x2s, 2 guys each on one of these vehicles. Whichever snowmobile she is trying to bite onto one of the guys for, I want to try to tackle the other guy off. In fact, more of like a knee strike. Just jump in the air and try to just knee strike him off the snowmobile. So at least she's only dealing with one person, because she's the newest of our crew. I'm going to try to back her up.
So you're going for the passenger or the driver?
Just whichever one. I'm going to, fall in behind her. So if she's going for the driver, then I'm going to go for the passenger, or vice versa.
All right, Tindy, who are you going after?
Do both of them have something in their hand, or only one of them?
Only one of them has something in their hands. The
I go.
He's got a
go for the
bottle,
one.
flaming bottle. Okay, so you're going for the one with the flaming bottle.
Yeah.
All right, he sees you coming, because now he's heard his buddy get his head ripped off. He sees you coming. He tries throwing that Molotov cocktail at you while you're trying to bite him. So what you're going to roll is you're going to roll your dexterity plus your strength with 2 rage dice. So that should be. There it is.
Poor Tendy, she's weak though.
Did you say dex and strength?
Dex plus brawl. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I got brawl for days.
Yes, you do. Your dex plus brawl plus your fighting specialty.
Out of character here. Are there situations in which you would use 2 attributes or like 2 skills? I never even considered
resolve
that.
And composure.
Okay.
Resolve and composure get used a lot together.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Stamina and resolve, stamina and composure get used.
Okay, so kind of to back up composure, how you keep composure. Gotcha.
Yep.
So Dex, Brawl, and Rage.
And you have 2 rage dice. Remember, those 2 rage dice are substituting 2 of your dice. They're not adding to your dice pool. They're substituting your dice.
Oh, so I need to. So it's actually 4, not 6. Okay.
All right, so that looks like 3 successes, and he got 2. All right, so you got 1 success. So you managed to dodge just in time as a bottle comes flying at you with flaming liquid that burns up the ground behind you as it shatters. But you manage to clamp onto the man's arm, and you do 1 point of lethal damage to it, superficial damage. Well, actually, it's aggravated damage to a human. Doesn't matter because it's piercing. So you do 1 point of aggravated damage. You jump over, grabbing his arm, and he screams in pain. Song of Ashes, well, now it's your turn to attack. You're doing a knee strike to whom? The driver?
Yeah, it was the driver was the one not holding the
Molotov. Yep.
I'm assuming. Yep, I'm gonna knee strike. I'm assuming I can get my Krav Maga in there if I'm using a Krav Maga adjacent move.
Yes, you may use your Krav Maga specialty. He cannot drive. He's going to make a dexterity plus athletics check. Dexterity plus drive, not to get hit by you. Ooh, 3 successes. Nice.
Hey, buddy.
All right, so you managed to run down and leap into the air, performing a flying knee strike, and you hit the man square in the side. And you kind of bounce off him a little bit, but it kind of like jerks him off the snowmobile for a second, but doesn't stop the snowmobile. So it keeps going but the jerkiness causes the one that Tindy bit to fall off the back with Tindy still holding on to him.
Hell yeah, nice.
All right, you see the other 2. One of them whips a chain at the man with the staff, and he actually blocks the chain with the staff and yanks it, pulling him off the snowmobile, where he proceeds to punch him twice in the face and take him out. And the other one, he then takes a hammer blow to the side, As the guy swings up, another one swings a ball peen hammer and manages to hit him. And they're still going around him. That's scene one, turn one. Turn two, Toasty, you're up.
All right, we're trying to protect this guy with the staff, so I go after the guys that are biting on and beating on him.
All right, so you're attacking one of them?
Indeed I am.
Describe your attack.
All right, I am going to, on all fours, charge at and leap onto the one that is swinging the hammer at him.
All right, give me your strength plus brawl. Plus your bonus for biting because you're in Hispo form.
Yeah, that's just +1 aggravated.
Yep.
Oh, well, 2 dice for being Hispo.
Yep.
Which I should have taken last time, but it didn't matter. All right. Hey. Where the hell is the... There we go. Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. All right, now first is his hammer swing back in your direction as you're coming at him. He gets 1, so Toasty, you do another. Well, so -1. You did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you do 4. So as you rip into another one, you rip his arm clean off his shoulders. Clean off his shoulder, blood spurting everywhere as he falls off the snowmobile. His head gets run over by the tracks.
That's pretty gory. Awesome. All right. But I guess that's my turn.
Oh, Pete, repeat.
All right, the guy who just did the running over, I gotta try to get that driver. I've got to get him. So I'm gonna get him this time. We're gonna do another plunging attack, knife first, and see what happens.
All right, give me your strength plus brawl. Your melee. Oh,
there we
nice.
go.
1, 2,
there
3,
we go. That's
4,
a dead
5,
man.
6, 7, 8. 8 successes. Let's see how he does on his dodge plus drive check. 2. Oh, sorry. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
I didn't have my Galabro dice last attack. I gotta remember that.
Oh my god. The same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So you managed to do damage. You do what?
It's a regular K-bar. I think I get 3 damage out of it.
Yep, you get 3 damage as the K-bar slides into his side, but he still maintains his grip on the snowmobile, and you kind of like get saddled up behind him. Kind of behind him on the snowmobile. And he's driving, he's trying to get you off. All right. Tindy, you're up.
Now that my guy is on the ground, I go for finishing him at the throat.
All right. Give me dexterity, strength plus brawl, dexterity, because you're going right for the throat. So I know it's strength plus brawl. I know it's not as high as your dexterity plus brawl, but strength plus brawl, because you're going for the throat.
And rage dice?
Yep, you have your 2 rage dice.
So 2 rage dice takes the place of 2 of my green dice,
Yes,
right?
Yes, yep.
Okay, so it...
Yeah, I can't believe I just got a critical success against Pete's critical success.
Man, Pete's been rolling high and you've just been bouncing back at him. And then Toast roll high and you roll like 1 or 2. Toast is just destroying people.
So is Tindy. All right, so he's fighting back, and he reaches for a pistol to try to shoot you with the pistol. He takes 2.
Oh, that's not nice.
He takes -2 to his roll, but he has to use strength plus firearms to try to shoot you. 2, 3, 4. And he's fighting for his life because he's got a wolf on his arm. Oh, he gets 4 successes as well. So you both take a damage as you get shot, and you feel a bullet pierce through your side and out the other side. You take 2 damage, and he takes 2 damage as well, and you are bleeding a little bit, Tindy. Okay, so Song of Ashes. You hear a gun. Everyone hears a gunshot go off. What do? You see Shadowheart's been hit.
She's been hit. I'm gonna leap on the. Well, actually, she is. In what position is the guy that shot her? Is she on top of him and he's on the ground style?
She's on top of him. He's on the ground. He's fighting her off. He's got a gun in one hand, trying to fight her off, and he pulled the trigger, and it does. She's bleeding, but she didn't take that much damage.
Okay. Well, she's got him pinned down. I'm gonna leap on the guy that I bounced off of the snowmobile and try to finish him with like a leaping strike.
Okay, go for it. And he's going to try to dodge you again.
And we're going to use my +2 dice for Galabra this time. Okay,
Just throw it out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
See, Zed only has 2 to defend himself against you.
8. Whoops. Oh, I did that all wrong.
Did
that even roll over there?
It did roll.
It just rolled a ton of unknown
twice.
dice.
I don't know how it rolled twice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then the 2 bonus, and then... No, I keep adding this up wrong. I always forget to use my Galabro dice. Okay, so it'd be 3 in dexterity.
What's your dice pool? Because you can take half.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that's fair. I just need to start remembering to use my extra dice. But it would be 3 from my dex, 3 from my brawl, so that's 6, then the 2 extra, but the 2 extra would become my 2 rage, so it would be 6 dice and 2 rage, 8 dice.
Don't take half. Go for maximum damage.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
Oh my god. So, you both do a damage to each other, and you strike him again in your Galabro form, and he does not fall off the snowmobile.
Oh, I thought I knocked him off the snowmobile already.
No,
and because a snowmobile kept going. Oh, he was still on it? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, well, okay.
All right, so next turn. Turn 3. Actually, it's the guy's turn. All right, so one of the snowmobilers has gotten off the snowmobile, and he's actually approaching the man with a machete. He's got a machete. He's coming at him, and you hear him say, "This is for costing us our jobs, motherfucker." And he goes to swing the machete, and as he does so, the man, you've seen his picture a couple times pop up. He's tall. He's taller than Orin. He's dressed in ragged winter gear right now, but it's well off. Suddenly, the earth shakes slightly, and he transforms into the shape of a bear. And a giant bear. And he just claws at paw. Well, one massive paw comes swinging down and slams into the side of the head of the machete-wielding man and caves it in. As you take care of the rest of everybody, Wildwood, you have some trouble, but you finally get yours. You subdue yours. You don't kill him. Tindy, you destroy yours. You kill him. And now you're surrounded by surrounding you in your various forms. He shrinks back down to his human shape. And he's panting. He says, "Thank you."
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad we arrived in time. What exactly just happened?
He goes, "My name's Jeremiah Clancy. And these were some disgruntled ex-workers that I recently let go." Yep.
Clancy's the new boss, right?
The new CEO of Midnight Timberworks.
Okay. That's what I thought. So it is. I know that my character's smarter than me. Running Midnight Timberworks? Mr. Clancy?
He straightens himself up. He looks at you. He does not seem to be one bit concerned that you guys are in Glabro, Hispo, other forms, talking in guttural languages. He just sort of kind of puts himself back together wipes some goo off his paw, of his hand that's still stuck there, residual from when he belted that guy's face off. He goes, Midnight Timberworks, that's correct.
Nobody who's fighting a six-pack of husks is on the wrong side of Gaia. What is going on?
You're still in Hispo, correct?
I've gone Hamid.
All right, so you shifted to Hamid. He sits down, he ties his boot, picks up his staff and kind of helps himself up.
I think I'm probably absolutely covered in blood.
Absolutely covered in just, yes. Yes, Pete.
Sorry, husks are spirits possessing, right?
I just think it's a term that Toasty just made up.
Well, you said they were something, and I don't remember what it was. Scrags. The Scrags are possessing spirits?
Scrags are a type of bane that possesses spirits. They're spirits of violence and...
Okay, as soon as my theurge self kicks in, Ashes, would you care to sing us a song? And I take my knife while it's still out, and I start drawing a symbol into the snow. We're not quite done yet. They're still going to be here. And if it's still active, I look into the Umbra.
You don't see anything in the Umbra. You don't see any spirits.
Then I wouldn't say that. They would have just disappeared.
Yep.
Instead of being right here like the spider. Never mind.
I think these are the lesser ones you can disincorporate by destroying in the physical realm.
Right. I was wondering the same, though. Yeah, good call. Make sure we end whatever that was.
Wildcord says that knowing nothing of the Umbra, but approaching it from a scientific approach of, he's seen this in the past.
Clancy stands and he goes, thank you. He goes, I really do mean it. I mean, if it had come to it, I think I could have taken them, but I didn't want to have to. I wasn't really comfortable in doing so.
Few questions about the Timberworks. Why did you let those gentlemen go? I mean, it seems obvious they're full of evil, but I'd like to hear it from you.
He chuckles. When I took over Midnight Timberworks after the disappearance of Jeremiah Falk, I removed what was I considered a corruption from the company. And they didn't take it very well. There's been threats against my life for weeks now.
So, tell me, what is your plan for the Timberworks?
Well, it's all pretty well laid out in all the statements I've made. We're going to stop clear-cutting old-growth forest. We're going to stop polluting the rivers. We're going to get back to proper forestry maintenance, and we're going to make sure what happens elsewhere doesn't happen here.
So, you intend to be a proper steward of the forest?
Yeah, well, of course I do.
I can respect that. That's a lot better than Jeremiah Falk.
There's a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff we have to take care of. A lot of stuff we have to fix. It's going to take time, and there's going to be a lot of eggs to be cracked. A lot of broken eggs.
If you're being attacked by agents of the worm, maybe if we help you, we can help ourselves.
I think you're missing the most obvious question. And I know we just got done. What are you?
Indeed. That was my question.
To be blunt and to the point, but I know what we are. Don't know what you are.
I'm assuming you know what we are, but we've never seen anything quite like you.
And Wildcourt's just completely not paying attention to it at all.
Well, why don't we do something about these bodies, and then I will take you somewhere, and I'll explain the best that I can what I know about myself, and what I know about you, and my purpose, and your purpose, and our purpose. And we can have a nice little chow-wow powwow.
Are there any of the Molotovs laying around?
No. Well, yeah, there's on his bodies, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a backpack full of them.
Perfect. I rip a piece of cloth off of one of the guy's corpses, line the snowmobile up with a tree, launch it into the tree, back the bodies near it, light it on fire. I'm like, this came in pretty handy. And I pull out a gift. Let's start walking that way.
All right, Tindy, you've got a bullet wound.
It hurt.
It hurts. It made you angry too, so you gain 1 more rage. So you now are at 3 rage because it definitely hurt. Now, something supernatural is happening. I want you to make a rage check. Just roll 1 dice. All right, so you lose that new rage you get, but your wound stitches up and heals. And you don't feel it anymore. As the bullet pushes itself out of your body and closes up, and all that remains, the only evidence is the blood on the snow.
That's very bizarre behavior.
Do you need to be in Hispo or Glabro for that to work?
To heal, no, you can heal in lupus and Homid too. You can heal in any form as long as you make the rage check. You can use gifts. You can't use gifts in Homid form, really.
That's not what the character sheet implies, but I'll take your word for it as a storyteller.
Character sheet, you're right. It implies something completely different. It does, but I think the character sheet might be right and I might be wrong, but it doesn't matter. Right now.
Once we get the bodies stacked up by the crashed one, I'll push another one by it, and then there's plenty of room for us to ride the other 2 out of here. The other 2 snowmobiles.
These are not great snowmobiles. These are kind of like bottom scrapers.
Doesn't matter to me. It's just get us out of here quicker than on foot or running. And as we go, I'm going to use the whistle.
All right, so who's getting on the snowmobiles?
Wildcard was already going to steal a snowmobile. I think it's in the chat, actually.
Yes.
Nope,
I pick up snowmobile and feed it to the guy.
Yeah.
Well, we used it to dispose of evidence and
Yeah, so
fire.
there's only actually 1 functioning snowmobile remaining because 1 is inside a dude, the other's inside a tree. And the third one, Orin just stole.
We've got this, and then we're going to leave no evidence behind because I have a whistle thanks to Elwin.
Well,
came in handy.
There was 4 snowmobiles.
We're taking the other 2. That's how we're getting out of here.
Okay, yeah, then we're taking the other 2 that were not destroyed by my rage or Orin's creativity.
All right, Jeremiah gives you his card, and it's to an address in the city, to a brownstone in the city. He goes, meet me here sometime. He's got a number. Make a call, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. He goes, I can make it back from here. I was out here doing some work anyway. You notice he's healed. He's not bleeding anymore.
As we're going away, you guys see the wind pick up and it like erases the snowmobile tracks other than the obvious ones, and the blood and kind of disappears. Evidence that we were here is kind of gone. Other than Shadowheart, I think everybody's seen a whistle work before.
All right, so you've still got some stolen snowmobiles. Where do you go with them from here?
All of the evidence is now on level 8 of Mario World. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yep, level 8. We sent it all to level 8.
Send it all to level 8.
I say we get the heck out of here and...
Yeah, GTFO is the plan. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm assuming we don't want to take the snowmobiles all the way to take them back to... I'm assuming we came here in the van, or
No, we ran here.
You guys walked out here from the island. I wasn't clear about that. I'm sorry. You guys walked out from the island, went on an excursion with Tindy Shadowheart, to get some pack bonding time. Ran into this pack of snowmobile hooligans, attacking a man, and helped save him. Turns out he was a werebear. A werebear's there.
Well, I want to stash these suckers on the island.
Oh, he did tell us what he was, and he is a werebear. That is a thing.
He didn't,
Oh,
he
okay.
didn't say that, but he turned into a human from a bear. I assume that's what you
He
guys
sure
got from
did.
it.
Well, he's either a werebear or a fucking druid, and I don't think we're playing D&D.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he could be a mage was the thing, but
I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just using colloquial
I
terms.
don't know if my character doesn't know mages or thing. So this is all
Just ran up.
could be a
into
vamp too.
the
Could be a
vampire.
vamp. Exactly, man. Like it could
He's not
be.
a vampire. He's got a heartbeat. We smelled him.
That's fair. That's true. He didn't give off vamp.
Well, he could be a thin
vibes.
blood. Sorry.
So we just want to head back to the island then.
You want to store these on the island, or do you want to store these
No.
at my place?
Yeah. What do you want to do? Yeah. I mean, do we want
island
to store these
seems to
either?
have
They're
lots of
scrap. Do we
places
just
to
want to
hide
take
stuff.
most of the way and ditch them? You know.
I thought if we brought stolen goods back to your place, or you'd kick my ass. So
Yeah.
If
these sound like
people
crap
are
we should
following you, I don't want that. I've got acres, man. We're off Peckerwood in the middle of the woods with too many guns.
all right, great. Well, if you
All right, Ashes
dash
gets the
these to your
gets the
house, when you
vibe
go.
that Oren wants to keep these here snowmobiles, so we're riding them.
Well, it's more things we can get back and forth to the island with.
It's true. That's fair. That's a good point. We only got one snowmobile now.
We have two. His really nice one and my old beater like this one, which we can
That's
scab
right. I
one of these
forgot you
apart.
mentioned you had one.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine is
Like
not
the
as
snowmobile.
good as his. His is like top of the line. Mine's junk.
That's true. Go plates, paper dead to own them. All right, let's roll.
All right.
But Wildcourt just whispers two words to Oren before we go. Snowmobile drone.
And you just see the wheels start turning. I'm like, that could be fun. But Shadowheart, if you're gonna get back, they can go first if you want, but you're gonna have to turn into two-legged to ride one of these, right?
I mean,
Not really.
can a wolf not pop a squat on the back of a snowmobile? That seems doable.
I've seen rednecks with their dog in front of them on the sled.
Yeah. If you want to ride that way, we can too. Up to you.
I'm pretty sure she wants to ride that way.
They go.
Is she like
I'm not-
significantly faster than us in wolf form? She might just be able to keep up.
on snowmobiles.
It's not a snowmobile. It's not that fast.
No.
Well, I mean, these
She-
aren't great snowmobiles from what I heard.
She indicates she wants them to go. They go.
Okay. They go. We ride back. Very well.
Yeah.
All right. So you
See
guys,
y'all there in a bit.
all right. So I'm not going to make you guys roll dice to roll and go across the ice. Nothing like that. You can probably take a 3 on a dexterity plus drive. Who's doing the driving? I guess that actually matters because if it's toasty, usually
We're not
he
going
crashes.
across the ice. We're headed back to my place.
Yeah.
Dex and drive, I got 5.
And we're not going across the ice, but I still have my one drive.
All right, so you make it back. Everyone makes it back in time to deposit the bikes. Tindy makes it back. Shadowheart makes it back. Not too late. Not too much longer after you guys. She knows better ways to get there than just in the straight line that the snowmobile goes. So she takes some different trails, different paths.
Whoa.
I thought she was coming with me.
Oh, I
I
misunderstood.
thought she wanted those two to go first.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, so yes, Pete and Oren and Tindy show up afterwards. Correct?
It wouldn't be too much longer because I know this is my home, man.
Right.
It may not be my neck of the woods, but this is my neck of the woods.
Exactly. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Oren just lets me off before he makes it back to the cabin.
Oh yeah, once we get past the cattle gate, I'll let her hop off and change back to wolf form.
All right, so she just had probably the most exhilarating ride of her very short life.
Very short.
What is your Frosty Tools doing?
What do you mean?
He just like came out of left field to talk about Richard Gere.
Well, we were in an ad break. And it does trivia, but it was talking about Richard Gere, and I'm surprised it didn't talk about the gerbil.
Yeah, that's that's a tidbit you can kind of leave out for general conversation.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
Frosty Tools will pick it up.
That's true. Frosty Tools would, if anything I've seen.
Okay, so you're back at the cabin. Do you have the card of where this? If you mention Frosty Tools, it mentions you back. Okay.
Now, Shadowheart, unless you don't want to go talk to this man and learn what's going on, you're gonna have to show them. It's up to you. I know none of them are gonna make you, but they're gonna probably see it eventually. You can stay here. You're more than welcome to, but we got to go talk to him.
Shadowheart clearly indicates to Orin she's not happy. She's told Orin why she doesn't change.
I know. You're more than welcome to stay here. I don't think Ashes will force you to come. He is the pack leader, so he's the only one that really can.
She's not really happy about the situation. She's been shot, then unshot. She has no real understanding over what the heck is going on. Despite being unhappy, she's also unhappy with the fact that she doesn't understand what the heck is going on. She indicates to Orin she go, but he has to help.
Of course. I will go and grab the stick that held up the tarp earlier. A nice walking stick. There's that. And I'll grab you the spare coat. When you change, you have a coat. Wild cord, Ashes. Shadowheart says she's willing to go. She doesn't want to go, but she's willing to go to this meeting.
Very well. She's definitely she doesn't have to if she doesn't feel comfortable, but if she'd like to go, she's more than welcome.
Shadowheart,
and
you can stay here.
We're going to go meet with the gentleman, the werebear that we just met.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Ashes says you can stay here, and there's not a lot of trouble you can get into here, but you will be alone for a while.
She, having had recently been spending so much time alone, she doesn't like Orin saying that. She agrees to go.
Hey guys, can we chuck a futon in the back of the van so she could just at least be nearby?
I mean, the van's already got some sleeping gear in the back of it. We slept in that thing plenty. It's nice and cushy.
Did that stuff all get repaired after the last time?
Yeah.
All right, Song of Ashes, real quick for you. What is your intelligence plus occult roll? Plus your Guru specialty. What is your bonus dice pool? You've had some time to think and reflect.
Did someone ruin the new van in a downtime action or something? I'm so confused by what Orin said.
No one ruined the new van. The new van's
we had the squeaky clean new van, and Orin's making it sound like someone.
Yeah, you haven't slept in the new van. It's a new van.
Yeah, we've used it. Yeah.
All right, so what's your intelligence plus occult? That's what he said. He's like, "What's my van? What's wrong with my van?" Totally distracted.
Probably.
This van. All right, so what's your intelligence plus occult plus your Guru specialty? Check. Am I muted, guys?
No, I think he's looking for it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, who, me? Sorry.
Yeah, you.
Oh, sorry. I saw Nerdwire talking about the van still. I'm in the van mode. What?
So
You use your intelligence plus your occult plus your guru specialty.
Holy cannoli. Okay. Intelligence 3. Occult is 3, and I specialize in guru, so I guess that'd be 4 there.
Okay, so that's a 7.
Yeah, it's a 7. Yeah.
Okay, roll that for me. If you had a 4, you could have gotten half.
Do you need help with what you're looking for?
No, he definitely does not.
Negative. We're good.
So you recall some songs that you've heard in the past that sing about bear spirits. That they craved, they were craved, and they were slaughtered to near extinction. But they had a knack for bears had a knack for healing, and that they had a right that could resurrect the dead. And not sharing that right is what led to their extinction. But it's from a song you can recall, a song about Guru lore.
Okay, interesting. Well, I'll get these guys up to speed on my knowledge about what we at least assume we know about this guy now.
So then we probably don't want to let anybody know who he is.
No. I mean, there's no reason to, at least, no reason to give his away as identity to anyone other. Our group, of course, get everyone up to speed with what we know about him in our closed group.
As much as I hate to say it, maybe not even Mother Winterfang.
Why do you say that?
He does own the timber works, and we have a secret. We could take advantage of this opportunity to solidify our financial standing.
We're doing just fine if you guys can keep spending all my money. But
Yeah, what, are you planning to
been
blackmail him?
complaining.
Is that what you're talking
No.
about, Wildcord?
Blackmail, such a harsh term for.
I mean, he seems to be, if
Gathering
anything, all of a
donations.
sudden we have someone on our side there. Yeah.
He seems pretty cool. I mean, I don't really want to mess him up.
Well, let's at least meet with him. Hear him out.
it's just the 4 of us. Do y'all want to pile in the van?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can take the van.
I'll
The
leave
new
with someone else drive.
undamaged van.
You ate some of the kids' barbecue sauce, and now you're having a moment. Awesome. All right, Tindy.
Oh,
have you changed shape yet?
We're in the cabin.
We're in the cabin. Yep.
Fixing to jump in the van.
And Warren, you took me to get a walking stick.
The same one we used when you started walking back from getting your stuff dedicated.
So did we go down to the basement then?
No, that was left upstairs.
Upstairs.
But I also grabbed an extra coat that would fit you. Because you can't dedicate that much stuff. So
Yeah, to be fair, she's going to experience cold like she's never experienced it before in human form.
I can't answer that.
Warren. I huff. Very agitated. And I stand on 2 legs with everybody looking at me. And I say, "You happy now?"
Describe yourself to our viewers.
Warren's been the only one to see what I look like.
That's right.
Now all of Twitch will know.
Don't make it weird. Behave yourselves. I have very reddish brown hair, very wild and unkempt, just as much as my fur is. There are little bits of leaves and everything in there because since I've been here, I've still just been living like the little wild wolf I am. But also very pasty skinned and having piercing blue eyes, short and small in stature, much like my wolf form. I was always small. And I already got clothes on. Do you want to know about my clothes?
Sure.
I ain't standing here naked.
Who are you wearing?
You know, the latest fashion. Oren bought me a pair of hiking boots, a pair of jeans. I'm wearing a white sweater with a long, relatively lightweight fur-lined coat. That's green.
You did put flannel on her? Shame.
No.
I got her what she asked for. You
White
plopped her hand
sweater.
down on the catalog.
White sweater.
All right. So you all load into the van.
Well, I give her a coat as she comes out. It's a real coat. And it's like, here you go. You're going to need this. And if you all remember getting your clothes dedicated, you're going to remember why I'm going to say this is not the coldest she's ever been.
Just imagine poor Oren handing me clothes and saying, "Here, put this on." And I've never used fingers before.
Does not know how to wear clothes.
Like a toddler.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine a toddler trying to take and button up their jacket. That's about how it went.
Oh, you mean stuffing an octopus into a mesh bag?
All right, so you get dressed, everyone piles into the van, and you drive into town to a row of brownstones. These are very, very opulent brownstones. No expenses spared. These are well-off, company-maintained brownstones. This is called Midnight Row. And this is where the upper crust of Midnight Timberworks lives if they don't own their own homes locally. His is the first one on the corner.
How close are we? Because these are the brownstones to the mayor. I'm assuming the brownstones come like it's a neighborhood of brownstones.
Exactly. It's not that far from the mayor.
When we get out, because it's cold, I pull up the bottom of my jacket. I just don't want anything poking out.
Okay.
And I know I've done well to cover up, but I look around, it's like, as we're stepping out of the van, it's like the mayor's house is like a blocks away from here, so don't make an ass of yourselves. Looking at wild cord and ashes, but mostly wild cord.
What? It's time to do some busking? Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised it seems he invited us to his residence. Let's try to play it cool.
All right, you approach his door, and if you knock on it, he opens it. And he's dressed in jeans and a sweater. He's taking up a lot of space. Come in. He welcomes you in. Inside is kind of decorated in a rustic manner. He's done a lot of work in here, a lot of natural growth, wood. Everything just looks kind of rustic. He leads you into a study that's got plants. No actual No hunting trophies, nothing like you. Just a complete absence of hunting trophies, complete absence of display firearms, but lots of forestry books in his study, and maps of Lake Blackwater, maps of the forest. There's a map of the Forgotten Island cairn. Or at least the Forgotten Island. That map is from, take a look at it. Give me a Wits Plus awareness roll to see what you notice about the map.
Is it secrets?
No, it's not secrets. It will be secrets someday.
Hey!
Look at that.
Nice. Roll.
All right, it's a map from around the Revolutionary War period. And it's got strange lines drawn across it. Like crisscrossing lines that coincide, that converge in the middle of the island around the middle of the fortress area.
Is it similar in age to the map we found in the book?
Yes.
With only the 2 lines, there are more lines.
There are more lines, yes.
I'm going to make a mental note with a 4 intelligence of where those lines are.
All right. He sits down behind his desk, before he sits down, he goes to a small desk on the side of his desk, and he offers brandy.
No, I'm all right myself.
He looks to everyone
Sure.
else. Okay.
Sure.
I'll have a drink.
He looks to Shadowheart. Brandy?
What brandy?
Fire, water.
He pours.
Shadowheart, you probably won't like it.
He pours one for Wildcourt, hands it to him. He pours one for Oren, hands it to him. He pours a very small one for Tindy and offers the glass.
I take a drink of mine in front of you to show you it's not bad. I'm assuming it's probably pretty good brandy.
It's good brandy, yep.
There's not even a squish face. There's nothing. It's probably freaking delicious.
Probably pretty deceptive way to drink.
I'm like, you may not like it, just a little bit if you're going to try it.
Sticks both hands straight out and attempts to smush the cup between 2 hands that are completely palm out. You know,
Trying to use your hands like paws.
yeah. What be thumbs?
He kind of takes one of your hands and turns it for you and just puts it on the glass. He's very gentle about it, but he's kind of like, he seems very curious, and he's trying to kind of mold your hand around the glass. He's like, here you go.
Oren would recognize this behavior from me. I look around and observe the behavior of others, and I attempt to mimic the behavior of drinking out of a cup.
I'll do it again so you can see it. Right next to you. Not going to hide it. I'm like, hey, here you go. And I'm going to keep a hand underneath the cup because I have a feeling she might drop it. Depending. I got one hand on my glass, another hand ready to catch his nice crystal eyeball glass.
He pours a drink for himself, and he goes to new friends. And he dips his glass up, and he swallows it back, and then he sits down behind his desk and just kind of lets out a long sigh. He goes, the last thing I expected today was to expose myself in front of a bunch of guru.
It's been an interesting day for us too. This is very new as well. I'm assuming you're one of the werebears, and from what I know, there's very few of you left.
Because I don't know about all that. I don't know what you know, what you don't know.
Just from old songs.
Old songs. I can only imagine what the old songs would say about us. He goes, my name's Jeremiah Clancy. I think we've already established that. I've lived in Lake Blackwater most of my life. I went away to college. Did some things out in the woods, had some experiences. One winter, I went skiing and I had an accident. I hurt myself pretty bad. And I broke my leg on the trail. And I was surrounded by coyotes. And I thought that was it. Until something came to me. It spoke to me. The earth just spoke to me. And told me now was not my time. And those coyotes weren't just coyotes. They were some kind of monsters. And they attacked me. It did hurt. But when the first one bit into me, my body exploded. And I became a bear. And when I came back to, when I was conscious again, there were 5 dead coyote bodies around me. And I was just fine. That was 15 years ago. And I've been trying to interpret Earth's call ever since. And I've dedicated my life to making sure that we don't destroy it. I've run into the guru before, and I'm sure I'll run into them again. You guys have very short lifespans. No offense intended.
I understand. Well, you showed up at the perfect time. That lumber company really needed a change of direction, and that seems to be you. And whether or not you realize what you're doing here, there's a lot going on with the forest. There's a lot going on with the lake. I don't know if you have any understanding of the recent earthquake that we had.
That's what I was out doing. I was out tracing the ley lines.
So that's what's going on with your map here. You've been tracking these ley lines.
There's something wrong in Lake Blackwater, and has always been wrong in Lake Blackwater. And something is coming, and I don't know what it is, and I can't get a handle on it. The Earth's not speaking enough. I can't get it to open up. I can't get it to tell me what's going on.
We've been making some progress towards that ourselves. If I'm not mistaken, I think Oren with us can probably speak best to that.
I lean over closer to you, Ashes. I know we just met him, and he is seemingly another child of Gaia, but how much do we tell him? We don't really know him.
At least information regarding these ley lines that he seems to be following. We haven't made some of the progress that he seems to have made, and we of course know things that he doesn't, but at least we can get him in the right direction, see where we're both going.
Well, from the look of those lines on the island, they converge on the standing stones at the cairn.
Yeah, of course, exactly. No matter what we do, this is going to get intertwined. He's obviously involved.
I don't feel comfortable inviting him to the cairn.
No, I don't think it's a good idea.
I'm certainly not saying that.
Not yet, anyway.
No, we have understanding of what happened, and sort of that this is all stemming from the Umbra side. I don't even know if he knows or understands that. I don't even know if he knows about the Umbra.
You want me to ask? Is that where you want me to start?
That'd be a good spot. See how up to speed he is on the basics there.
Are we in a new scene?
We can go into a new scene.
Well, I didn't know if my senses were still up or not.
Your penumbral senses, no. Yeah, you're definitely in a new scene from when you activated those. Yes.
Burning a new willpower, firing him up again.
Okay.
I want to see what they're on the other side of him, and I'll let him. I'm not hiding it. I'll let him see when my eyes go all wonkified.
Yeah. Let's give him a little taste.
He looks a little. He kind of like tilts his head back a little bit, like he's like, "What?" On the other side, you see a 13-foot bear. On the other side. Just a massive brown bear just staring down at you.
I assume I'm sitting in a chair in his office. He's behind the desk.
Yes, but you're not. There's no chair. There's no office when you look out. There you are in a bear's den.
You just see me, like, my head slowly just turn and start like creaking and like as high as I can go up to the ceiling. I would imagine. I'm like,
yes,
yeah. Ashes
Yeah, what are you seeing?
loved by Gaia. Do you know about the spirits? I know you heard you're not done yet. Do you know anything else? Have you talked to any other bears?
there aren't many of us. I've talked to. Oh, what was it? Years ago, I used to speak with Ripcord. I haven't seen them in quite some time.
You spoke with Ripcord?
Oh, it's been years.
And they had a bear with them?
No.
Did they ever tell you about the Umbra and the spirits?
I understand that there's a spirit world. I understand that you wolves have something to do with it. Doesn't have anything to do with me.
That's
it
where
does, my
you're
friend.
wrong. Could you? It's going to sound strange, but is there ice in the glass?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This isn't going to break anything. Not going to hurt anything. But could you come stand over here? And I start with my finger. I don't rip it open like Elwyn. I draw a little sigil on a surface, and I draw it in the water. Just water droplet. Stand right here, next to me. I want to show you something.
He stands up.
And I'm watching the bear. I'm making like. I want to make sure where he's.
He comes around
he
to
can
the
see it.
desk. Yep.
And I draw to open right a shadow passage.
Yep.
A small opening right there so people can see through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at the bear. I know it probably can't perceive me unless it's looking back and forth to him like, please don't eat me. And I put my hand down on the sigil I drew and I open a small opening into the Umbra right there so he can see his bear.
He looks. He goes, "What are you showing me? I don't see anything."
Do you all see that?
Everyone else sees it. Yes, all the werewolves see it.
You can't see that.
I don't see anything.
That's interesting.
Okay, I don't cross the gap, but now that it's open, before I close it, I look to his bear spirit. I'm like, I only get feelings right now because we're not communicating right. They don't much like me at the moment, but is there a way I can tell him about you? Where he can see you?
It doesn't answer you. It just sort of stands there, like just on guard.
I'm gonna have to figure this one out, and I close the Umbra again. You have giant bear spirit here. Your spirit has made a home in the real world and in the spirit world.
Oh, you mean my potential?
Your potential?
My potential.
Please elaborate.
I can take the shape of a bear. I can take the shape of a man bear. When I take the shape of a man bear, it's very large.
How big?
Between 12 to 13 feet.
Well, your potential is the spirit of Gaia.
That's interesting new information. I'll find some way to incorporate that into my own personal lore. He says he doesn't seem very convinced, but he takes a seat and pours another brandy.
I'm just staring at this. I'm like locked in on this bear.
What do you think these energies are that you've been tracking, these ley lines, as you call them?
Oh, they are the lifeblood of the earth. They're like the veins of the earth, and where they converge is the most powerful. And as long as those places stay sacred and uncorrupt, and in the right hands, I believe Lake Blackwater will be just fine. If they're corrupt, if it's lost, corrupted, blighted, we will lose, and something terrible will happen to Lake Blackwood.
You're not wrong about that. And the energy that you're talking about does exist. It exists in
there he is.
in
He's
something we call the Umbra. And in that Umbra, we think is where the true source is. It's interesting that you can't see that. You have such a chunk of the picture, but it's almost as if you literally can't see the main source.
He chuckles. Here's Ripcord used to say the same thing. They assumed quite a bit about me.
I'm looking at it, and that's why it's odd. I'm kind of staring above him. I'm staring at the bear.
I think there's more to you than you know, but you're doing some real work here.
No, Ripcord used to tell me that they were half spirit, half flesh. I don't feel half spirit in any way, shape, or form. However, I do know that spirits exist. I'm not completely... I was just messing with you. I know the spirits exist. I can't access them. I can't cross over. I can't see. I can only interact with them when they choose to interact with me. I approach things differently than you. But
yeah.
I believe that we are working at the same purpose, and that we, at the end of the day, we can be allies instead of enemies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, did it, vote breakdown? Come on, publish the vote. How do I do that? Well, I'll figure it out later.
Do you guys think that we should exchange information with this guy in some way?
He gave us his number.
Just, cell phone numbers. Well, he gave us his address. Did he give us his number?
The number's on the back of the card.
On the card.
Oh, okay.
I'll happily give him the number.
So I do have to ask. I'm not talking to Ripcord right now. What happened to Ripcord?
Ripcord, unfortunately, is no longer with us. They made an attempt to deal with the enemies that we were dealing with, and they all fell in battle.
They fell in battle with the old Midnight Timberworks before you took over.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, you've shown up at the right time. Midnight Timberworks was very troubled, and you having some power there and trying to do the right thing.
I only have a minute amount of power. I am the acting CEO. There is a lot to deal with in this place. You need to understand. This is definitely not an overnight task. They were exploiting the migrants so hard, and now they just let them get all scooped up. It's a pretty rough situation over there. But the plus, we need to hire, and the people that we've let go are being possessed by scrags. This is a rough situation. We're not exactly sure how to handle that.
Well, I know if you have to deal with more scrags, you give us a call.
I'm trying to figure out how they must have followed me. I'm not sure how. How I got caught off guard by 8 idiots on 4 snowmobiles.
Yeah, they are kind of loud. They're not even good snowmobiles.
I was caught up in what I was doing. Well, I want to thank you for arriving, for saving me. And if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, we'll keep you in the loop. I appreciate the work you're doing. It seems like our paths are intertwining here in a way that could benefit all of us. I wish we had more information for you, and I wish we could show you more, but maybe in time.
All right, everybody, I want to take our 10-minute here, or at 10:40. It's a good time for us.
Perfect.
And we'll take our 10-minute break, go to the bathroom, and hope everyone's enjoying themselves. And we'll be right back.
Under the moon's pale whisper, claws grip the earth so tight. Silent forests call their name in the dead of the night. Reed pours oil, shadows creep in every silent grove. Werewolves rise for Gaia's breath, they fiercely rove. Run through silver streams, fight the poison black. Hear the heartbeat of the wild, there's no turning back. Corruption's grip on the land, we tear it asunder. With the house of a rage, we guard Gaia's wonder. City lights, a blinding light, concrete spreads like flame. Bodies broken by the grind, souls stripped of their name. Sacred groves, ancient tales, lost in greedy schemes. Werewolves gather, bound by blood, to reclaim their dreams. Run through silver streams, fight the poison black. Hear the heartbeat of the wild, there's no turning back. Corruption's grip on the land, we tear it asunder. With the house of a rage, we guard Gaia's wonder. Ancient spirits whispering in the oak and pine. Echoes of a world at peace, lost in wounds of time. Murdered lands for gold and steel, sky choked with green. Werewolves rise, the storm of earth, the earth's stormy steed. Moonlight bathing, broken lands, tears and shadows fall. Echoes of the lupine call, through the wild they'll crawl. Heart beats fast, a sharpened tooth, no safe haven here. For those who broke Gaia's trust, now they know the fear. shadows we gathered, the moon whispered low, from the ashes of Gaia where rivers cease to flow. Dark fury rising close, scraping the sky, with teeth bared for battle and fury in our eyes. We run through the wastelands, the earth gone to dust, silent echoes of forebears, in vengeance we trust. The world spawn upon us, our ranks standing thin, but the howl of the galliard will never let them win. Howling winds of doom, we heed the call, tales of the apocalypse, we stand tall. In the darkest hour we'll make our stand, for the fallen king and the forgotten land. Embers of the forest, the whispers of the dead, with each breath we remember the blood we've shed. Cities that crumble under blackened night, our story in the wind, edged by the fight. Through lifetimes of sorrow, with shadows we blend, Galliard's tale turning in the night we descend. Cursed by their darkness, blessed by our rage, on the edge of destruction we write our own page. To the camp's heart we return, scarred and beat, yet the spirit of warriors will never meet defeat. In the ghost of the world that once was pure, we sing the lore of warriors fierce and sure.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for waiting while we went to the bathroom, got drinks, and did all our fun stuff, our self-care breaks that we need to do so we can bring more entertainment and more fun to everybody else. All right, so we've just met with Jeremiah Clancy at his brownstone. We had a nice little meeting with a potential ally, maybe going forward. We've discovered that werebears exist.
What was his name again?
Jeremiah
Clancy.
Thank you.
The interim CEO of Midnight Timberworks.
So, what would everybody like to do tonight? We've been through the main course, and I'm mostly interested now in our night tonight because we don't have everyone. I have 4 people. I can get a little bit more intimate with everything. Song of Ashes. Tell me, it's a Saturday night. You spent time out with Tindy, with Shadowheart, out in the woods. You saved Jeremiah Clancy's life. How would you spend the rest of a Saturday night, a tired Saturday night?
Oh man, I think it's definitely been a lot, and I think just getting back to the cabin and just unwinding for tonight specifically, at least.
Yeah, Wildcord's not going to
discussing this stuff a bit.
Anybody he can drag along with him is going for a little journey to the edge of the island with him.
You got something in mind, Wildcord?
Yeah, bring a drink, bring a smoke. I want to show you the best view that I've ever found on the island. And
is that all good with the rest of you guys?
Tindy definitely has to come because this is a place for her. Tindy's muted.
Are we running or riding?
I'd suggest we go on foot. Lupus?
Well, then give me your junk.
Phrasing, but all right.
You said bring a drink. You see me grab a fresh bottle. I put it in my bag. Give me your stuff. Put up my hand out so you can hand me your weed.
I give him the joint and lighter.
Yep, put it in my bag. Ashes? Anything?
Oh yeah, I'll grab my bottle out of the van.
Put it in my bag. Shadowheart, do you want to bring anything to celebrate with?
No. What celebrate?
Bring snacks.
We're gonna go have a little party. We don't have any fresh meat. There's jerky hanging up though.
Are we leaving the van here at Jeremiah's place, or
Oh no,
is that closest? Are we close now, or do we need to drive somewhere first and then hoof it?
leaving from my house is pretty quick to get to the cairn. The back of my property is on the lake.
Oh, are we going to the cairn? Is that where?
Yeah, he wants to go to the island.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so as you're walking across the ice to get to the island, I take it, not taking snowmobiles?
Yeah, we're on foot.
You're on foot. So as you cross the island, it's a wide expanse of snow. It's dark, it's late, it's cold, but it's nice. It's a nice trip across the island. Takes you probably a good 30 to 45 minutes to make it on foot. Toasty, where do you take them?
I take them to a high point on the island where I found a cave. A small enough cave to be just cozy for a few wolves to hang out in. But it has a beautiful overlook of the lake. This is what I've got as a gift for Tinderly, is a quiet spot. Or Tindy.
Let's go check it out.
All right, Toasty, Wildcord leads you around the island to the cave, and you've already described it. So it looks out over the lake. It's got a. Is this the cave with the door that you opened, or?
This is just another place.
Okay, just another place. All right. So it's a wonderful cave. I think that's Haggard. Yep. 1 second. He's getting booted up. No, definitely. Come join us. Join us, man. All right, he's going to be joining us. He's going to be really apologetic when he does it, too, so make him feel really bad, everybody.
Make him feel bad?
Make him feel really bad. Yeah, you know you can't make Haggard feel bad. It's physically impossible.
Well, not over the internet.
So you're at the cave. What does everyone think of the cave?
That's a pretty awesome view, Wildcord.
This is a hell of a view. Hey, it cuts the wind too. Nice. Shadowheart, what do you think?
Shadowheart looks around and looks to approve of the gesture, and says, much more four-legged like.
It's a place if you need to get away from our two-leggedness for a bit. This is yours.
I would tell you thank you, but I don't think she knows what a thank you is.
That's fine. Well, good knows by her not being pissed that she's.
I'll sit down on the edge and crack a bottle open.
And I go respectfully far enough away from the opening before lighting up a joint.
You pass that on to Shadowheart. She's tried bourbon. She's tried brandy.
It's whiskey. It's not as good as his. It's not bad. but it's definitely not as good. Oh, you're gonna have to go back to two-legged to try this. You don't want to do it as a on all fours. You don't have to try it again. Up to you.
Yeah, I don't think smoking a joint in lupus would be wise.
Jesus Christ.
Or drinking from the bottle in lupus or smoking a joint. I mean, they're both possible, but hard to do.
All right, so you spend some time drinking, hanging out at this new cave, enjoying yourself. While you're sitting there, Orin Dustwalker, you notice that the umbra is very low in this area, in this part of the den. You can feel seepage from the shadow realm here. The umbra is very, very, very porous.
Seepage.
Seepage.
I will. Oh god. Same day, we're gonna spend another willpower, and we're gonna look.
It's just a strong deposit of Olestra.
On the other
We're
side,
looking around.
On the other side, you see you're in the cavern. You see the cavern, and you see spirits, various spirits: water spirits, snow spirits, wind spirits, and earth spirits. They're not big. They're all small, but they seem to be converging at the mouth of the cave.
Bring it back to the map. This isn't where the lines are.
The lines do cross through here.
Through right here?
Through
at the
here.
mouth of the cave?
At the mouth of the cave, yes.
As soon as I do, I'm going to walk to the mouth of the cave. I'm going to
Got
look
gifted a haunted cave.
the umbra real quick and see what I can see at the mouth.
What's that again? I'm sorry. I spaced out for a second.
Look at right at the mouth where the crossing happens. I'm looking in the umbra, seeing what I can see.
Okay. So what you see is you see the spirits at the mouth of the cave kind of like go through the cave, and then you don't see them on the other side. It's like they cross the threshold and disappear on the umbral side.
Wow.
You seeing something interesting, Orin?
I look for Shadowheart's unicorn after she had walked through, and I know it's always beside her.
Yeah, you see Moon Petal, the unicorn.
There's some kind of crossing here.
It's a powerful place.
Moon Petal.
No, like the spirits move into the cave, but then they're not here. And I put my hand in front of the cave and then point into the cave, and then they're gone. The natural spirits. Moon Petal, or sorry, I don't know that name. Shadowheart, your unicorn seems to pass fine. But all the other spirits, the natural spirits of this place, can't seem to get into this cave.
What that mean?
It means I may have to open the door again.
They disappear. If you look on the other side, if you can, because you see both sides simultaneously.
Yes.
You see them faintly shimmering in existence on the other side.
So they're in the cave. They're faintly existing in the real world?
Faintly, you notice them faintly existing in the real world, yes. The others don't, but you do because you have second sight active, penumbral sight on. So they are manifested in the real world, not possessing anything.
Okay. Apparently, this is weak enough here
Seepage.
that the spirits and come from the Umbra into the real world. And I'm kind of like holding my hand out a little bit, like you're playing with fireflies
Yep.
in the cave. I'm trying to catch them, but letting them float around. I'm just watching them and seeing what they're doing in the cave, whether they're trying to head back, whether they're trying to go further, or what they're doing.
Or whether they're just trying to spill out. It sounds like if this is overlapping with these ley lines we saw, there's just a lot of spiritual energy flowing through here, and this opening in the earth, this cave is possibly the kind of opening that's allowing some. I mean, I guess like everyone's been saying seepage.
Well, the veil is
it's a
really
focal point.
thin.
The
It's
gauntlet.
extremely thin.
The gauntlet.
The gauntlet
Yes.
is. You know what? Could you all back up for a second? And Shadowheart, could you come out of the cave real quick?
Okay.
I just want to see if this works, and I don't want anybody to be stuck on one side or the other.
Don't blow up the cave.
Don't blow up anything. I don't do my symbol. I don't do the hand signs. I just say the words
Okay.
to ask the Umbra to open.
Okay.
I want to know if it's that permissive here that it can just open with part of it.
No, you have to do the full ritual. Otherwise,
Okay.
you're not doing a ritual.
Okay, I didn't know if it was that thin.
But you can take
It's
half
not-
on it and do it open it up immediately.
Well, we're on the island. It's permissive.
Exactly.
It's like,
you don't
oh,
even. It's just it happens when you do the ritual, but you have to do the ritual.
okay. I think anything might be able to come here, and we're high up. I look down towards where the cairn stones were,
Yep.
looking for. Forgot his name. Theros.
Theros. If you're looking in, you see you see Elwyn, you see Ira, and you see Lila working on doing rites of abjuration at different parts of the island, healing the rents and healing the fissures. You see them hard at work, and you see Theros kind of directing other spirits to do the same thing.
They're still below, feeling the tears. But it's just, I don't, do they know it's so thin up here?
I don't know. No one's been up here.
Ashes, I should let them know how thin it is.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think this is natural. There's no tear here. But if they don't know, anything can come in and out through here with barely asking.
Exactly. And if we have any other known caves overlapping these ley lines too, there could be more areas like this with all this spiritual seepage, as it were.
I draw the symbol this time
Okay.
and actually perform the rite of shadow passage.
All right. So you don't need to make a roll. You can just take a half, and you perform your rite, and you open up the rite of spirit passage.
I set my bag down on the outside because it won't come with me. I look at y'all as I'll be right back because it's not too far. Even with Gaia's howl, I can see them. I step through the gauntlet and I move towards them, and I will holler out, let myself known because we're here. But hopefully they can hear me, even with the drone.
All right, Ira looks up. She, as Nerdwire, as Elwyn nods, and Ira gives you a Forrest Gump wave, like they said. I don't know. They wave to you.
I'll move down to them and just be like, hey, have you two been up there? Elwyn, have you been up there? The gauntlet is so thin, the spirits are just moving through it. Right at the top of that hill.
Ira looks to you. She goes, "Oh, that's just a side effect of the permissive gauntlet." and the way the ley lines are interacting with the island.
Well, according to a very old map we may have seen earlier, that cave mouth is the intersection of said ley lines.
Well, the intersection is the standing stones, she says. We've got a map too.
Why don't you? I just asked. I just asked you.
I think you misunderstood me.
Okay, very well. But okay, so it's a side effect of the permissive gauntlet. Very well.
So I wouldn't worry about it too much unless something big comes through, or something big comes through from the other direction. I mean, it's a vulnerability, but it's not much we can do about it with the current state of affairs.
First time I've seen it, so I thought you all should know.
There's probably plenty of them. There's probably pockets of them all over the island. There's not much we can do about it without, strengthening the gauntlet. And that seems counterintuitive to what the engineering you've been doing on the island. There's going to be slip-ups. There's going to be things that come through. And we're just going to have to be careful and keep an eye out for them.
Okay. Don't y'all stay too long. And I nod towards Alwyn and I head back up the spiritual hill and head back out.
All right. So you head back out. You head back to the cave. What's everyone else doing while he's doing this?
Well, Wildcard's kind of pouting because he did not expect the cave to be haunted.
It's interesting news, though. Orin, what did they say on the other side?
I come out shaking my head. I'm like, I know they're here to help and we're supposed to all be a team, but I swear talking to them is like reading stereo instructions. Unless you ask the right damn question, they don't tell you shit. But
did they know about the
side
cave?
effect of the permissive gauntlet? It happens.
I see. Oh, okay. So these are things we're actively trying to close. But this is a side effect of the work.
This is the side effect of us making the gauntlet permissive here. So it is going to happen. There's probably other pockets of it all around the cairn. And it just happens.
Hey, Haggy.
Well, it's interesting. I'm glad that Wildcard brought us to this spot. We learned something new, at least. Something to keep an eye out for as well. That means that there could be more of these, and maybe that could be an issue if it keeps growing.
All right. Hi.
Yo.
Everything okay?
Yo. Yeah, I had to restart my computer because my sound wasn't working properly, but
No
we're
problem.
good now.
All right. So
Nothing actually broke, Haggy? You're good?
No, nothing else is broke. We're good.
Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. All right, so we're just picking up a little downtime. Oh, thank you for the sub. I really do appreciate that. We're picking up with a little bit of a meet and greet at a brand new location on the island. They went on a hunt tonight. Well, they went out with Shadowheart in Lupus form, and they scoured the earth, and they ran into her pack. Then they ran into 8 idiots on snowmobiles trying to take out somebody with Molotov cocktails and chains. And Toasty fulfilled the role of Orion tonight and murdered people.
Nice.
And then they met a werebear.
We saved the werebear.
They saved the werebear. It was quite an interesting night. Oh, Elwin. You told him his tech work on the island is counter to... Oh, yes. I did tell you that. But I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to have that conversation without you here. All right. So where do you guys want to pick up from here? We're gonna pick up Orion, and we're gonna go into our denouement and action and stuff that we got for the rest of the night. What would you like to do?
I'm sitting at the mouth of the cave where Orin left me, and I clearly seem to be waiting for this two-legged business to conclude. I seem to be waiting for them to notice that I'm waiting for them.
While you're waiting there, form comes out and it just sort of appears out of nowhere and sits down next to you. It's one of the bow keepers. She's just stepped through the porous gauntlet. It is Lila, and she has come to investigate. And she just sort of sits next to you for a second and says, "Hey, how's it going?"
Who you?
She looks at you, she smiles, and she shifts into lupus form. And she intones, "My name is Lila." She goes, welcome to Guru life.
Not been so good.
She goes, "I can only imagine if it's new. It's got to be bad. It's hard. You got a lot of whole new concepts to understand. Don't worry. I've seen this before. What you should do is when you get a chance, talk to my packmate Tamsin. She's wolf-born like you. You two might hit it off. Maybe ask your friends to bring you by the Stag's Refuge some night, and you can come meet Tamsin. She works security there."
She wild?
Very wild. But knows how to work with us, too.
Me wild. Me like wild.
She likes wild, too. But she's also one of us. She's a heart warden. She's of Gaia. And we've got a job to do. So she works with us. She helps us in our endeavors. We make sure she stays wild. But you should definitely come visit her some night. We've got a lot we can teach you. And that's all we want to do is we want to help. Especially you had such a rough introduction to everybody. All those men having that little pissing match over who should be leader.
Not impressed.
I'm never. It's never impressive.
It's her idea.
But just come by sometime. Have your pack bring you along. Drinks are on us. We'll have a good time. But then she shifts back into homage. She puts her hand out if you want to indicate if you want to sniff it, whether you do or not. She waits for you. If you don't, she pulls it back. If you do, she just lets you do it, and then she kind of just steps back through the porous gauntlet and leaves you be.
This day just be weirdo and weirdo. Friendos, do you notice me waiting for you?
Well, we're not sure what you're waiting for.
Are you indicating you want us to follow you?
I'm sitting at the mouth of the cave where Orin left me. I'm waiting for y'all to be done with whatever it was you were doing. And I appear to be waiting for you to come to me.
Did I pass her in the Umbra then?
Yeah, she passed her in the Umbra, yep.
Evening. I keep walking.
Just sitting quietly near the mouth of the cave.
And I get back to the opening I left in the Umbra and I walk through it and close it. That was Weird. Are all the housekeepers just running around in the Umbra?
I've definitely seen them in the Umbra.
Who was it again? Sorry.
Ira. You just saw Lila walk by you. You were talking to Ira.
Lila just walked past me. Did you see her?
I have seen her in the Umbra, yeah. She's in there repairing.
No, right now. She was up here.
Yeah, we saw her up here. She came out. She spoke with Shadowheart a little bit.
They all seem to be here right now. Weird.
It's kind of the shared cairn of our sept.
After the earthquake, they've been very busy in the Umbra repairing things.
Yeah, but back and forth and just here exactly when we're here is just, I don't know. It's
They just don't. Come on. Like,
I mean, if the Umbra's...
look, have you looked in a mirror recently? Among us, okay, fair enough. You're the only one who's not hot.
I interrupt, I presume. And I say, you, clearly meaning plural, but just you, you want me to do two-legged things. I do. You need be more four-legged. Even when four-legged shape, you still think two-legged. I spend day getting hurt, walking two legs. Now you learn Sing Moon with me. Know how sing. You learn Sing Moon.
Okay, I would love to learn Sing Moon.
Give it a shot.
I guess I'll transform into Lupus.
Same.
I thought that was implied.
At this point, Orion has probably figured out that they're on the island.
Yeah, if we could, well, I was assuming we were going to try to come up with a way to meet up here, too.
That's exactly. I want to get Orion in.
Let's do it. Let's go for a jaunt and Lupus form here.
So, Orion, what have you been doing tonight while they've been doing their thing? Have you been out, carousing, doing anything in particular? What's kind of been on his agenda while they get ready to go teach each other how to sing to the moon?
Yeah, I've just kind of been wandering around the woods, still maintaining my Lupus form, just kind of enjoying it, embracing it more and more. Processing everything that happened last week. That's basically it. Nothing much more than that. Nothing productive to the pack. Just not necessarily pouting, because again, it's not necessarily something I wanted. I just knew at the time that what I didn't want was Elwyn as the leader, because I did not care for or respect the way he went about it. So,
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. He was taking a shit. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. While everyone was gone, I was pissing on Owen's things. Yeah.
he got his snowmobile stuck up a tree.
Anything he left outside my house, please. Or our house.
You seriously better.
What are you doing rolling them vamp dice?
Are you threatening me?
With a good time.
Yeah, I'm just bare ass farting on his pillowcase so he gets pink eye.
Do it.
So
All right, real quick, I need Song of Ashes to make a composure plus intelligence roll.
Those look like vampire dice.
Those were vampire dice.
Oh no.
Rage included, I'm assuming.
Rage included, yep.
All right. Coming at you.
Okay, Tindy, continue. What you're about to explain, but a Song of Ashes, you feel a sudden compulsion. You may or may not heed it, but you hear a voice in the back of your head. Jeff, I want to see you. And you know exactly who it is. It's the woman from Tuesday night. And you feel like you know exactly how to find her. All right, Tindy, what you were saying.
Oh, shit.
Voice in wood send me to you. Me thinks voice in wood thinks you need me teach you how be more four-legged. Me teach you sing moon. Not just how. And as she sits there, you can tell that she becomes completely at peace with herself. Sitting there at the mouth of the cave, looking over the water, looking up at the moon. She tilts her head up. The crest of her chest puffs out, lifting itself upward towards the moon. The sound that comes out is not like a baying of dogs. It's a fluid rising and falling. You could definitely tell why she would refer to it as singing. She's clearly giving herself to the moon through this note that she is singing. What do each of you do?
I'm gonna try to come in harmony with you using my my performance, my singing.
Yeah.
I see, like, of the wolves, I feel like I can at least be the first one to.
Yeah, you can take half. You can take half Song of Ashes. When Song of Ashes begins howling, it is the most moving howl you've ever heard, Shadowheart. His natural talent translates into his lupus form perfectly, and his howl picks up harmony with yours and carries, and it seems to have real emotion in it. Wildcord,
it specifically taps into his ability as a backup vocalist to harmonize with the other two. It's on my character sheet.
Yes,
I'm a backup vocalist.
I know it is. Oren.
Is one die going to make it successful in any way, shape, or form?
Oh, I mean, you can roll your manipulation plus per performance. I know those two can take half. Toasty and Wildwood can take half because of their scores.
No, is one die gonna? Oh, sorry, it's manipulation. I have 2.
It's manipulation. Yeah, you gotta roll it, but you have rage dice.
I try, but it probably doesn't sound right. We're gonna find out.
Come on, Orin, I believe
It
in
was
you.
only 2 difficulty, so you managed.
It worked.
You managed to get in time and in harmony with the howl. Tindy, you need to roll your manipulation plus persuasion. You're looking for 2 successes as well. I believe you have 3 dice.
3 greens.
You spent 10,000 on that? Haggard, you have 1 rage.
Okay.
3
So am I rolling 3 greens?
Nope, 2 reds, 1 green.
2 reds, 1 green.
Well, now he has a reason to howl at the moon.
All right. So your howl that you started, it picks up with everyone else's as Song of Ashes and Wildcord back you up. Orin Dustwalker comes in with it now. And it's a wonderful howl. And Orion, you hear this off in the distance. Do you join in?
Yes.
All right.
I literally just had the stupid dice thing up. I don't know what to do.
Nope,
with
you
it.
can't hear him in the Umbra Nerdwire, unfortunately.
All right, and you said manipulation
And performance.
Okay.
What's your total?
It's 2,
It's 2.
but I rolled a 10.
Well, you got your
We're
2
good.
successes anyway, which is all you needed. So from a distance,
Wow.
across the ice, a familiar howl joins you. Everybody gains 1 rage. Tinder, you gain 2 rage. I think that puts you at 5 rage, my friend.
I'm really, really angry
You're
at this point in
really-
time.
You are super angry at this point. Because she gets 2 rage because she's moon roiled, and you've howled at the moon for the first time. So she gets really angry, and you heal a dot of superficial willpower damage, Tindy, because you have the other one too. You have them both moon ones. All right.
Somebody should spar with her before she tears a tree out of the ground.
I keep telling y'all that moon means a whole lot to me.
No, Nerdwire, it is not Krenos inducing, but she's very likely to bestial failure out at some point. All right, so you've howled at the moon as a party, as a pack. You've done a pack action. Something you guys want to do a rite of celebration?
Yeah, we're in the zone.
You guys are
Hell
definitely
yeah.
in the zone. You also beat up those snowmobilers tonight too.
We did. We beat up some snowmobilers. You made that sound really heroic. Let's do
We're on the
it.
Cairn.
AutoZone.
You mean
That's
the
just
Honor performance.
Molotov cocktail tossing, murderous, tainted, demonic snowmobile riders. There you go.
All right.
we're also on the Cairn. Over all your bones.
Oh, so am I at 4 age right now?
You're at 4 rage right now, yes.
Wow.
Oh no, bestial
I'm
failure.
at 4 rage, man. I mean,
Oh, let's see what happens with the rite of celebration when you get that much rage. Rite of celebration.
hopefully it's we just throw a rage or something. I don't know. Hoping it's good.
Included by brutal yields, no additional willpower restoration, but has no further effect. So, if successful, each member of the pack restores this designated number of levels of superficial. They can also choose. Okay, so you get all your how many successes did you get? 1, 2, 3,
You got 4.
4. So you get 4 willpower back.
Oh damn! I'll take that.
I'm assuming my willpower has restored since last week.
Yeah, what's your resolve?
Mine?
Yes,
About 2.
you gain 2 willpower back. Or what's your composure? Is that a 2 or a 3?
Also a 2.
So you gain 2 willpower back. All right. So, where to next, guys? Where do we want to go? We have so many options. Do you want to go to the Stag's Refuge, as you were invited to bring Miss Shadowheart to? Do you want to go to the Icon of Contemplation and get your willpower back there real quick? That's right. Thank you for reminding us, Nerdwire. God, you seem like you're awful awake. You should be in here.
Now, the icon can overcharge our willpower, right?
Yes, it can overcharge your willpower.
It's okay. I do have icon of contemplation as well, so that's definitely something we can do.
Okay.
Is it a Unisys icon of contemplation?
The Karen has some feature that serves to inspire or edify Guru who spend time considering it. Access to the icon allows a Guru once per session to recover an additional point of spent or damaged willpower beyond what they might otherwise recover. Examples include the trophy remains. So it doesn't let you overcharge. It lets you get healed 2 as opposed to 1.
But we all just healed like 4 from the Rite of Celebration.
Yes. So
I can't imagine. Oh, we're all full,
you should
right?
all be full right now, yes.
All right. Well, I guess we don't need to do that then.
Oh, you're in a hotel room. Okay. Oh, I got you. So so sorry, Nerdwire Blaze. I didn't mean to shame you. All right. Okay. So I've got some options for you. The Bowkeepers have invited you to the Stag's Refuge, if that's something you're interested in doing. You've also met with Jeremiah Clancy tonight, and now have more cause to investigate Midnight Timberworks.
Why do we have more cause to investigate Midnight Timberworks? He's running it. He's got rid of the bad. Like,
that's what he says.
Yeah, I feel like we have a guy on the inn at least.
Yep.
But yeah, investigate for him and maybe defend him from problems. He seems chill. I like him.
Good. I'm glad you guys like Jeremiah.
Well,
Jerry.
Oh yes, you also have that compulsion that you're under right now, Team Wildwood. I mean, Song of Ashes. Somebody wants to meet with you. They're talking to you telepathically to do so, and you know exactly where to find them.
Oh, I'm not completely convinced. I'm like not going crazy, so I'm not going to divulge that particular information to the team right now. And I'm not gonna go yet. Right now. I'm just maybe I'm going crazy. Is all I'm thinking.
Are you sure you can not go?
I don't know. Right now, I'm just hearing a voice in my head. It just seems like I'd be waiting to sleep it off. Let's wait for a night of sleep to see if I'm not going mad.
That's absolutely fine. That is your decision. You may heed it, or you may not. However you wish to go about it. It's not there was no critical success that was achieved, so you are not compelled to go.
but you're not telling. We don't know you have a compulsion.
The rest of them don't know that you have a compulsion.
Do I have a compulsion? I don't even have a compulsion, right?
No, you don't know. You just know that someone wants to meet you. You feel it in the back of your head. It's someone else's voice. It's not yours. But you're not You're not feeling pulled to do it. They did not get a critical success. So the choice is completely up to you.
Fair. Well, I know my character is not only seeing things, but you guys, like, literally lore-wise, I feel like there's been this green fairy that talks to me and stuff too. So this isn't immediately something my character wouldn't chalk up to me not going to slightly crazy right yet.
All right. So it doesn't come out as sus to you. Speaking of which, you've drank your absinthe, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the fairy currently while I'm hearing these voices. That's good at least.
All right. So what else is going on the island? The Winterfangs aren't there. You don't see Lucian and you don't see Evelina Vinter. Occasionally you might see Lila or Ira pop out. They're going back and forth because you can't spend a lot of time in the Umbra. Now, you guys still at the Porous Cave? Is that where you did your singing on that moontop?
Yep.
On that moontop, on that stone top. Okay. All right.
It's a good vantage for it.
It is a good vantage point. You can see across the lake. You can see everything. It's a beautiful winter night. The sun is coming up soon. The sun is just over the horizon. It's coming up.
Are we staying here or are we going back?
I know I heard Orion howling from the distance. At the very least, we can meet up with him and see if he has any ideas as well on what we should do next.
Pack up our stuff, put it in the bag, and lift the Lupus, walk through it, and motion, let's go for a run. I'm already in the Lupus, but I have to pop out to repack and go.
You'll have to wake Wildcord up. He's sleeping by the cave mouth in Lupus.
I poke you. I don't like kick you hard, but enough to be like, hey, we're going back.
All right.
All right, Orion, you're out in the woods. You're doing your Lupus thing. Have you been hunting or just sort of roaming?
Just roaming.
Just roaming?
Roaming and running.
I want you to give me a wits plus survival check.
Can you not?
+1 for Asmodeus.
Okay, hold on, buddy.
All right, you got 2 successes. I probably should have made you roll. You did fine. After you join in the howl, and the howl subsides, you begin roaming some more, and you hear some creaking as if you're being followed.
Okay. Can I try to perceive what's following me?
Absolutely. Give me a wits plus awareness. Or did I just have you making a wits plus awareness check then? No, that was wits survival. Wits plus awareness. Yep, go ahead. All right, so you stop, you get a scent, you catch a scent. It's vile. It's something you haven't smelt it before. It fills your nostrils. It's far enough away from you that it's not within range, but you also smell something else in the distance. You smell your pack. As if they're coming looking for you, you can smell them on the wind. But also, you're not sure, but you're definitely being tracked. And it might be on you before they are on you. What do you do?
Is there any way I can... I mean, if they're able to hear me howl,
Yep.
is there something I can do to try to get them to come to me? Or
Yeah, you can howl. You can let them know something's coming.
okay, yeah.
All right, so you hear the rest of you as you're on your way to Orion. You hear his howl of warning. Something is tracking him.
I look over at Ashes and body language. Orion doesn't do that. And I go from the regular trot to kind of picking up the pace, and I'm waiting for you to move. And I'm like, I want to go.
Yeah, that howl was different. I know he just joined in with us, but it sounds like something's different. Let's pick up the pace.
Yeah,
As
that
soon
was,
as you
that
do,
was the help howl.
All right, as you finish howling, you hear rustling behind you. And you know that whatever is there is within just moments of coming out of the woods. You can feel the taint like rolling off it like heat, but you can't see it yet. But eventually, it comes crashing through. It's what remains of the corpse of a bear. Large, 10 feet tall, bipedal, crashing through, almost looks zombified. And it points at you. And it speaks. It speaks in a way that just doesn't make any sense for a creature with this mouth shape and this rot. It looks like it's been rotting for weeks. And it just points at you and says, Arun. Arun. I challenge you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, then I'm going to shift into Krenos.
Oh boy. All right, give me your 2 rage checks. This is where it always goes bad for fucking. You run out of rage because someone took your rage away. You attempt to shift into Krenos.
I had 2, so I didn't lose one.
Well, he took one away from you with his 10,000.
Howled at the moon.
Well, all right, but I gained one. Yeah.
You gained one. You're fine.
Yep.
Exactly. You're fine. Someone almost got you. You shifted to Krenos form. You're down to 1 rage left.
Okay.
All right. You guys are rushing, and you hear a roar freak out through the twilight as the sun is beginning to come up. All right, so it charges at you. It gets full force, and it comes running at you with one massive paw. It swings it. It swings at you. What do you do?
I'm actually going to. What would the roll be if I wanted to try to dodge it?
Dex plus athletics.
Okay, let's do that.
But time out. Just let you know.
Yep.
Even if you can attack it too, and you might do more damage, and it won't do any damage to you. It's a contested poll.
Okay.
So you can.
All right. So then,
if you want to attack,
then yeah.
It's up to you.
No. I'm just gonna do the old raging strike. Not gonna razor claws because I don't want to attempt to lose the rage that I have. So. And then Krenos Claw is what? 4 plus Brawl.
So it's your strength plus brawl plus 4 plus 1. Plus 4.
Right. Oh wait, being bonus
Did you
dice.
just tell him to roll like 28 dice there?
I think it's
Equal
more
to-
like 13.
oh, wait.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So what? It would be 12 regularly, but then I gain bonus dice equal to my glory, right?
Yes. Equal
So
to
then
half,
plus
equal to half
3
your,
more.
half your glory, rounded up.
Okay, so 2.
Yep, so
it'd be what?
14.
14.
14 dice.
14's the magic number.
Yep. Jesus.
I'm gonna rip it in half before we even get there. Oh my god.
Yeah, 14
1,
10
2,
is
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now it's going to do its roll. So you've done 10 successes. All right, it only got 4, so you got a margin of 6. So you do your plus 3 damage in Guru. So 3 damage plus 6 in half. So that's 9 in half. It rounded up is 4 damage. So you do 4 damage to the bear as you bring your claws. It does nothing to you. You dodge under its swing, come up underneath it, and bite it. Grab its arm with your claw, and you start pulling on it. And you do so much damage that it's so rotted it almost comes off. Turn 2. You guys are almost there. What do you do, Haggard? 9-2 is rounded to 5. Thank you. You did 5 damage to it. Thank you, Nerdwire. Okay. I need my own math guy.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to finish it off.
At the top,
Or just attack it again.
At the top of it turns, it heals 3 damage as it begins to knit itself back together.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm going to attack it again. I'm gonna keep going at it until the rest of them get here. So.
You got it.
I think if you roll like you did that last one, it's just going to be a puddle when we show up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 successes that time. All right. As you swing at it, it swings back at you on a downward arc, using both paws together in a Pulaski hammer toss. A Putski hammer hit. All right, you still managed to do another. You do 2 over the margin, so you get 4 damage. Halved is 2. As you bite into it again, you tear the arm off. But as the arm tears off, the arm grows another body. And the body that you split the arm off grows another arm. You have bifracted and created 2 of them, 2 smaller bears. All right, the rest of the pack finally bursts into the scene. We're at turn 3. What do you do, Haggard?
Stop for a solid minute of what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, right. Is there anything special about the axe that you gave me?
Just an axe, and it stays with you when you reverse or shift.
Okay.
Not.
Well, I don't have anything to set anything on fire, so
I'm here now.
just looking at my options.
Yep, take your time.
Can I attempt to throw the newly formed arm body thing?
Yes, you may.
All right, what does that roll?
That would be your strength plus dexterity. No, I'm sorry, strength plus athletics.
I guess you're already holding it, so.
One, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. You have 4 successes. All right. As you toss the one that you toss it over your shoulder, judo style, and it goes just a couple feet away from you, landing on the ground. All right, Wildwood, I need you to make a composure plus intelligence roll.
Kind of saw that coming.
Yep.
All right. At 4 rage. Oh.
All right, you hear it in the back of your head again. Jeff, I need you now. You hear it directly in the back of your head. All right, the other bear that didn't get thrown, turns and looks at the pack and just charges. It's only 5 feet tall now. It is no longer a 10-foot tall bear, but it is very angry and it is charging at you. And it jumps and it strikes at Wildcord. All right.
Laggy.
All right. So, are you going to attack back, or are you going to dodge it, Wildcord?
I am going to obliterate it.
All right. So, give me your strength plus brawl. What shape are you in?
Lupus, last I checked.
Lupus, you going to go to Hispo?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Hispo. Let me do a rage roll for that first.
All right. You lose a rage.
All right. Well, that's bad.
Well.
Oh no, I had to hit. It's not
I was
done.
gonna say you should have plenty from that house.
All right. We're good. I'm Hispo. And I need to roll.
All right, as the bear charges at Toasty, Toasty charges forward himself, growing in size into his Hispo wolf, growling, a little less angry than he was, and lunges. The bear lunges. What did I just do? All right, so you got 3 successes versus his 4. As the bear comes tumbling into you, it goes low as you go high, and it manages to chuck you under the chin with one of its decaying clawed hands. It manages to do two lethal, well, 2 superficial to you, which is halved down to 1. All right, the other bear gets back up, growls, can't do anything. Pete and repeat, Tindy, Song of Ashes, what do you want to do?
No.
No, Nerdwire's pool is not half.
I'm gonna try to attack the one that just threw a wild cord.
Okay. And which one are you attacking, Lauren?
I'm not attacking yet. I shake off my pack because I have my pack because we brought the booze.
Okay.
And all I can see are zombie bears. The only thing I can think is fire. So as I shake it off so it doesn't rip when I change, I'm going to shift to Glabro so I have hands.
Okay, make your rage check. You make your rage check.
I'm going to dig out the short shotgun and Dragon's Breath rounds.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay, so
And it probably takes me a couple seconds to load them in because it's not the usual.
Yep, that's represented by a -2 to your composure plus firearms.
-2?
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm going to turn on the one I can shoot without hitting anybody else. Unless I have to move.
All right, that's the one that got tossed.
Okay.
You're firing before they get a chance to attack because you're using a gun.
I'm pretty darn good at this, but -2?
Yep, with all your rage dice.
See what happens.
Four successes, it attempts to dodge. Now, it's -1 since there's 2 other people attacking it. It gets a minus. Okay, so dodge, roll. I almost typed something in. All right. So you hit it with the Dragon's Breath round, doing an extra +3 damage to it. So you do a total of 5 aggravating damage to it, and it collapses to the ground.
I look at and I shake it out because it's like the end of my shotgun is on fire. I'm shaking it in the snow. I'm like, I'm gonna need to buy a new one. And I start to try to reload for another go for next round, but that's what I got.
It drops to the ground. The other 2 wolves jump on it and tear it apart. The final bear, the one that's left, charges at Haggard again, but Haggard, you manage to eviscerate it with your claws this time. From stern to chin, you manage to cut it in half, and then pull it above you and rip it in pieces. You're showered in blood, King Kong style.
Cool.
That's the second Bane attack of the night that we've seen that's involved bears of some sort.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, guys. Tonight's been a trip, and I swear this vampire chick is stuck in the back of my head on voices.
What?
Maybe it's just been tonight. It's been crazy. We've been fighting crazy stuff, but I'm hearing her voice, I swear.
I don't know what the hell that was, but it did speak to me. It just said that it challenged me.
Well, this thing is monstrous. I go over, I take my bottle, and I pour the booze on top of it. On top of this rotting whatever the hell, I'll light it on fire.
All right, you light it on fire. Give me another composure plus intelligence roll there, Song of Ashes.
So you guys know, it started out as one bear.
That was composure and intelligence, you said?
Composure and intelligence. No, yeah, composure and intelligence. That is a case where you put 2 attributes together. Weird.
Yeah, another one. Yeah, exactly. But it's composure again. You mentioned composure tends to be it seems like.
All right, You're still not forced to do it, but you still feel it in the back of your head. Jeff, I need you. I want you. It's me, Ivy.
God, guys, it's happening again. I'm hearing her. It's my name too. Wait, I knew you guys said my ID was missing with my wallet. She knows my real name. I saw him. She's in my head.
As I'm pouring,
Oren, can I borrow a pair of handcuffs?
I don't have any here. There's rope in the bag, though.
All right, I zip tie myself to Wildwood.
Yeah, that'll be in the bag. Absolutely.
Her
And I look
what
over.
the hell are you talking about?
Pouring this booze on to light these things on fire. I'm like, I thought Mother Winterfang purged you of the vampire.
That's what she told me, but man, I'm hearing this voice. I swear I'm hearing this voice.
You're not going anywhere without me.
Did anyone hear Orion? That's a very valid question.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I said her who? What the hell has been going on?
You must have missed the downtime action. Our buddy had a
Yeah, I
very
couldn't
good-
imagine how I could miss the downtime action that's been taking place nonstop for the last week.
Fair enough. Our buddy, Song of Ashes, had a very bad date where he almost got sucked off this mortal coil and then raged out and ruined her apartment.
Yeah, I got in a tussle with the vampire, which that's a thing that we're dealing with now too. And we got in a fight, and I got away. And Mother Winterfang was supposed to cleanse me of it, but she's stuck in the back of my head. I her voice.
Oh, great. So our newly appointed leader is tainted. That's great.
I think he was trying to bang the vampire.
There's something. I was trying to resist it. I was very much trying to resist it. It's almost as if there's this like dice roll happening in the background of my life.
Oh no, my penis.
Oh, shit just went bad for her. She just had a messy failure. So you're fine. You don't feel anything this time.
Oh, it wasn't like she left the microphone hot.
Where is she trying to take you? If she's trying to take you somewhere.
You know,
Let it happen.
You know exactly. You don't know the address, but you know that if you
I
decide
feel a pull.
you feel a pull.
This last time, instead of being called, you don't hear Jeff, you hear her answering a telemarketing call.
I was telling you guys, I got a raging clue, and it's pointing in this direction.
Here to reach you about your coffin's extended warranty.
I'm not sure if it's about any kind of warranty, but she definitely wants to extend something.
Or something extended.
Well,
Extend your life by sucking your blood.
anybody else in the mood for another fight tonight? I don't really know how to kill vampires, but we know fire seems to work well on them. If we go back to the house, we got plenty of that.
I can't imagine they like being in tiny pieces. Also, I should probably shift out of Krenos.
Yes, before you kill anybody.
Right back to Lupus.
Right back to Lupus. All right.
But yeah, we can pick some stuff up and go do it.
All right. So you guys are going to go. All right. Well, the sun is rising now.
Oh, the sun's coming up. I think you should be okay. Ashes, do you think whatever the hell was going on, you could stop it from happening?
I mean, I was kind of pushing it away, thinking I'm just going crazy, but it's been too much, too persistent. It's definitely happening, and it's something that I'm actively fighting against, and I can feel myself pushing against it. And I don't know if it just keeps hammering away at me, it's gonna pull me
you at the house, provided you don't change. I got some big chains. I don't know if they're gonna stop any one of us in Krenos. Doubt they'd stop Orion. I don't know if they'll stop you. And I don't have that much silver. And that
I
might
think
hurt.
it's something we're going to have to deal with get her out of my head. Maybe it's something that we should just prepare to do as a group.
You should probably take a good solid shot of the absinthe. That'll probably help keep her out of your head.
It's been keeping the old green fairy away, but hasn't been pushing this out.
All right, what does Tindy think of all this? I mean, Shadowheart. Sorry, I keep getting the names of the people confused.
Me think all things have hard time living with no heads.
I'm down with Tinderly's answer of cut their fucking heads off.
That's a pretty great answer. Shadowheart, I tend to agree with you. So, where was this pull again, Ashes?
It seems like it's pulling towards town, at best I can tell from here.
Let's go get some supplies.
If everyone agrees, we're
We gotta
doing it.
fight one. Doing it in the daytime is pretty good.
I gotta imagine. I mean, I only know what we've seen in the movies, you know, but the sun ain't gonna hurt.
All right, so you go back, you gather supplies. I take you probably grab some fire dragon breath rounds and Molotov cocktails and things and such.
Yep, and I already have been making, with the stuff I've been doing for carpentry, I have wooden stakes. I don't know if they're going to work. I have some. Throw in the bag.
Are they the right wood?
It's wooden stakes. I don't know. And there's a couple of mallets to drive them through whatever we need. But because we're going into town, I also grabbed the paintball gun.
Do we need pine? Do we need mahogany? Do we need me to be a cat?
But no, I grab especially the paintball gun because I don't want to be seen again. So if we're somewhere where there's cameras outside, I'm taking those out on the way in.
All right, Wildwood. I take it you do the driving to lead the way?
Yeah. I can just follow the pole if I'm driving.
When you go to the front, I suggest maybe Wild Cord should drive.
Fair point.
In your head.
I keep getting hit with these voices and these pulls. Someone behind the wheel that's not hearing this might be a good idea.
It will be a little awkward. Oren, you should drive. I am actually literally zip tied to Song of Ashes.
Okay, I'm not a great driver. I have one.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you guys make a drive check to go to where you're going.
Okay.
So do I.
As long as you
and
got drive.
I'm zip tied to a man.
As long as you got drive. Who's going along? The whole pack?
I think Shadowheart was down for it. I'm assuming Orion's down for a fight. He always is.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. So you're on your way, and Wildwood, Song of Ashes leads you toward a kind of a notorious spot in Lake Blackwater. Repeat. It's the local swinger / BDSM club.
I didn't know you were into it that way, Ashes.
Yeah, I didn't know I was too, but
There's
this is the
more
place.
rips and
This
chains
is the
down
place.
there than anybody's seen in a
He's been
while.
awakened.
Although, Orion, you might be familiar with some of this stuff from your last work.
Not quite this heavy.
I can tell you this, though. There won't be any cameras in here. Nobody wants evidence they're doing this shit.
Yeah, but I think there may be more than just one person in here.
At dawn?
Uh-oh.
There's no one in the parking lot. There's no cars in the parking lot.
Dawn on a Sunday? I think we've probably got a couple of hours before the noon shift shows up.
I don't know why I'd be pulled here if not to.
No, it's been about an hour since the last pulling. You felt the last pulling. But this is
Do
definitely
you
where you were
guys
pulled.
want to try to check it out?
I
We
want
just
to
want to
do
camp here in the van and a bit.
I say we
I
burn
mean-
it to the ground. Just to be safe.
There could be useful information inside.
There could be vampires inside.
Yeah. Well, we can throw them out the fucking windows then if it's a problem.
Sounds like a party. Let's go.
Before we go in, I want to do wits and awareness to see if there's any. I don't see
don't
diddly
see
crap. If
anything
there's
out?
cameras outside,
You don't notice anything.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Yep. You're like, yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
it's still cold. My face doesn't exist. But you guys want to go to the front door, side door?
Front door.
Front windows.
Oh, want to just make that much noise? It's a bar. They probably have security.
In the middle of the day, like you said. And
Yeah, you
if we
smash
break
the
the windows
window
ahead
out.
of time, it'll let light in and make it a lot easier to fight in there.
Or if there's nothing to fight in there, we just look like a couple of assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, fine, we could use the fucking door.
I move up to the door and lockpick it if that's okay with everybody else.
We should have made Wildcord the leader. That would have made things real interesting.
Wildcord sidles up near the door and tentatively kicks it and says, "A check for traps."
It opens because it's not locked.
Awesome.
You don't see any car. Like I said, there's no cars in the parking lot. The inside is dark. The bars, tables have been put up on chairs. Everything looks clean. It's not dripping with anything. It's everything looks clean.
You guys said you couldn't see in the dark at all times, right? You guys don't have the thing to activate the eyes of the owl and look in the dark, see when it's dark. Okay, on the front of my shotgun, I turn on a flashlight.
All right, you flashlight, and the place looks like it's pretty closed, except you see a light. You would have seen this before you flipped the flashlight, but there is a light on in the back office.
Looks like there may be someone here. Do you guys want to go check this out?
As you creep through, you notice there are chains hanging from the ceiling. I've never been to a BDSM club, so I'm just making this up as I go along. But if you've been to one, you know what you're talking. You know what we're looking at. There's chains and whips and all kinds of accoutrements, sex swings, and all sorts of great stuff like that. But as you make your way back to the back office, you notice
Got a ditty bar.
the door is closed.
Just so many black leather couches.
Many black leather couches everywhere that have all been wiped clean. So you get to the back door, it's closed, but there's a light on inside. You can see it through there's no window, but you can see it through the cracks of around the frame of the door.
Well, you want to try the handle? I say quietly, not a whisper to be loud, just a soft tone.
Anybody have stealth of any kind?
Oh yeah, I can vanish into this place.
All right, well, maybe
I have
you should
some
open the
stealth.
door then.
I also have a lot of stealth.
I'm about as stealthy as a toaster strudel.
I'll back up so I have line of sight to the door, and I'll hide. I've got a 7. Cool.
All right, so yeah, you kind of you know the right place to hide, so if you open the door, you won't be seen right away.
All right, fuck it. I'll walk up and open the door. Be like,
All right, as you open the door, you hear moaning coming from the other side. Female moaning and male grunting. But you don't see anybody except you see a computer and a man sitting behind a desk.
be like, are you guys open?
He's like, whoa, 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 and he puts his hands in his lap. He goes, no, we're closed.
He's doing up his belt.
He's doing up his belt.
I was like, oh, what you watching?
You actually, if you go around and look, he is watching.
He's watching me.
He's watching footage from the club. That's a violation.
He's whacking it to security footage from the club. Jesus.
I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. What's going on here?
He's like, oh, yeah, you're not supposed to be here. What are you doing here?
I don't think you're. I'm whacking.
He's got that New York accent.
I don't think you're in any position to tell anybody where or what they're supposed to be doing.
What do you want? What do you want? He pulled his pants back up. He's stitching his.
Yeah, first of all, I want you to do that. I want you to put your pants back on.
Are you the only one here?
I should be. You shouldn't be here. What are you looking for?
Possibly a woman. I have a feeling there might be some else.
We closed up like an hour ago.
Not like that.
What are you looking for?
I don't know her name.
Yeah, you do. She told you her name.
Booty Call McGee.
That's right. I do have this, so I can make notes. I'm
Ivy.
looking for Ivy.
Monroe. Not Monroe.
I
Monroe.
was just going to say Ivy, but yeah, I have her first and last, but I was going to see if you just recognized the name Ivy first.
Ivy is. Ivy left hours ago. She was looking for someone named Jeff. He didn't show up. I was supposed to be looking for him, so she left.
My name's Jeff.
Well, I guess I missed her then.
Yeah, a little bit. You caught me though. How about we keep this between you and me?
He was in here jerking his peanuts. How about you let us know where we can find her, and nobody needs to know about this.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly where to find it. It's not like I'm not her best friend or anything like that. I don't know where to find her.
Employee records, anything like that?
She don't work here. She just comes here.
Yeah, I bet she does.
She's a regular.
I bet a lot of people come here.
As those
That kind
were
of place.
talking, I
giggle.
tap on Wildford to get him to
Oh my
leave.
gosh.
And the same thing with Shadowheart. So it's not as obvious we were there to do horrible things.
The guy said, "Are you packing?" He's looking at you.
Not like you are.
He's like, "I'm just gonna pretend you guys didn't come here. If you just pretend you didn't see what you saw."
Oh, great. We should definitely tie this guy up and search the place.
That got dark.
he's probably into it.
Probably likes getting.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
There's probably ropes and cuffs all
Yeah.
over the place. It's not
All
going
right,
to look out of place.
You finish him off. We'll look around.
I don't have the hand job skills to do that, Orion. Maybe you can fill in.
I didn't say it had to be good. Maybe he likes it rough.
oh my gosh.
Fluffing is a specialty.
It needs a professional's touch.
All right, so what do you do to this poor guy?
Wildcord now has 2 men zip tied to him.
I drag him into the corner and search the room for, useful documents.
You find mostly paperwork about the club, ledgers,
Customer list.
no customer list. You don't find anything like that. He doesn't keep a list of customers. There's no Rolodex of customers. Nothing like that.
Which is wise of him because they'd kill him. This is probably Elysium during the daytime, and this is the night watchman.
Well, obviously there are cameras of
Yes,
some kind. If he was
absolutely.
watching, what's been going on in the club, and we've, I don't know, been in the club, so maybe we should do something about that.
Oh yeah, I am a camera expert. Let's just take a recording and wipe it.
All right, so you take a recording of everything and then you wipe it?
Yep.
You to check the tape rooms?
Of course we're gonna check the tape rooms. That's a great idea, subconscious.
Thank you, hardly working. All right, so you search the area and you find a room full of tapes. Lots of tapes. And we're talking VHS style. It's walls and walls of VHS that turns into DVD. And even before so it starts at VHS. There's a very small section of beta. Then it switches back to VHS. Then it's been here forever. So you can tell this club is at least as old as VHS.
That is a problematic amount of video footage.
Well, we only need the stuff of us. That's just going to be the most recent tapes in the decks right now.
Well, pop those tapes out and let's be gone.
Yeah, the way I see it is he knew she was here and she was looking for me, which means I'm not going crazy. I did hear her voice. We at least confirmed that tonight.
He's strapped to you, basically. So, because Toasty is... So it's like, you hear her voice too? I hear it every once in a while myself. It means you touched.
Yeah.
Touched my ivy. There ain't no escaping it.
It would seem so.
She get you too?
Yeah.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. They're Eskimo brothers.
She's like a Pringle.
Once you pop, you get.
I didn't. Oh, I got you. I got where you're going with that.
You can get your hand in.
I don't know if
it's
a Pringle situation yet. I've only had the one Pringle. I'm still unsure how I feel about Pringles. If it's anything like that pizza flavor, though, I'm done.
It's tuna flavored.
Toodle said, "What are you gonna do with me? I already told you I'm not gonna turn you in. I got too much invested in this. You caught me. I was having a little bit of fun. I'm not gonna tell on you. You're not gonna tell on me. What are we doing here?"
Come on, y'all. That ding-dang government not gonna let them tell on us. Anyway, so I grab a ball gag, stuff it in his mouth, handcuff him, and he's in the corner, tied up with fuzzy handcuffs, and we're leaving.
At least leave him one hand free, Jesus.
Yeah, he can finish what he started.
Is there a window, even if it's blacked out, in that office back there?
No, there's no window. This is not against the outside wall. This is an interior room.
Can we make a window?
Not really from here, because it's an interior room, not along the outside wall. What are you thinking about, Pete?
I want to get sunlight on him. I haven't been.
You don't have a UV light, Pete? Jesus
I
Christ,
don't have
man!
We just learned about these guys a week ago. Damn it!
You knew
not
they were
even-
So you
vampires.
just drag him out the front door if you want.
Yeah.
Just saying. He'd have hard time living no head.
He's having a hard time, all right.
I don't want to touch him. But we
Toasty's already touched him. Toasty has his spit on him.
Yeah,
Toasty might as well bring him out.
whatever it may be.
long as we got the hard drives, let's go. You didn't Cord. You didn't see anything leaving off-site.
Not that I noticed, but I am exhausted.
Give me a what's your intelligence plus technology, Toasty?
A whole 5 points.
Thank you, Haggard.
Yee.
All right, so you have enough to look to take half. You know, there's nothing that goes offsite. Everything is stored here clearly in the. Well, you got 3 successes. You could have taken half, but you did better anyway. You got 4 successes, so you know that everything is stored here on site.
Yeah,
We good, Wildcord? Did we get the tapes?
yeah, we got what we needed. Let's get out of here. I'm
All right,
really.
what do you guys want to do with
uncomfortable
this guy? For serious, we've been toying with him a bit, but what are we doing?
He's like,
Leave a ball gang and Kinky in the corner. He's not gonna say shit.
I say fuck it. I grab him by the fucking collar and I drag him through the front door.
and nothing happens. He's just standing out there, handcuffed, ball gag.
There.
I got
Now we know.
I expected that dude to burst into fucking flames.
And they are fuzzy pink handcuffs.
All right. Well, now we know. I toss him back inside.
All right. Okay, so you toss him back inside. Do you guys keep him handcuffed and gagged?
Absolutely.
All right.
If we undid it, Wildcard would just run back inside after us and tie him back up. So
I close the door so he doesn't freeze his ass off. Somebody will find him.
Go this way.
All right. So fantastic. Okay. So you guys leave. You've ransacked. You haven't ransacked it, but you've searched the S&M BDSM club, swingers
Might as well
club.
grab what's in the cash register too. Huh?
Okay. All right. Yeah. There's no tenant against stealing. You get about $500 in cash.
All right. I'm gonna buy Shadowheart the fanciest color.
If you only get 500, I'm like, somebody made the deposits already. Damn it!
All right. So you guys succeed in that. We're going to call it there, and we're going to wrap up. Thank you, guys. Tonight was I'm going to start. Tonight was a little bit different. I had a lot planned, but I'm used to having more players to bounce off of. So missing 2 at the beginning made it feel a little bit slower, and I do apologize for that.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It happens, man. It happens at a real table. You know, we're lucky. I don't know many games that get into session 8.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be realistic.
It's all Nerd's fault.
Most games can't make it past session 2, I've discovered. And here we are 8 sessions in, so we're doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries, Nerd.
Yeah,
you had shit to
absolutely.
do, man.
absolutely,
You had shit
I
to
don't
do.
mind.
Go
We
ahead.
have less people. It's all good.
Yeah.
I feel like fun.
It was
It felt free form, which is cool. We got to get a feel for something more free form. It felt
I
like
got to burn a zombie bear.
that was dope. I'm glad you had that shotgun.
Imagine if Elwyn became leader and then didn't show up this week.
Ooh. She keeps gaslighting people against you. Oh my god. Oh wow. All right. So we're gonna start with what you liked, what you didn't like, favorite scene, and favorite role play. We'll keep it simple tonight. We'll start with Tindy.
Liked finally being able to sing for the moon. Not a fan of being shot. Not a fan of snowmobile, whatever that was. That's not great. Oh, I learned about thumbs today. That's something.
Now you can play video games.
Yeah,
Wait till you learn what you can do with them.
What do you think we can do with figures? It's gonna be amazing.
I don't know. Good times. Looking forward to teaching these guys how to be more like a wolf.
I think they did really good tonight as wolves for the first half of the game and most of the game. Most of everybody was a wolf. It was a very different flow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with Haggard last because he was last here, so we're going to skip down to Pete and repeat.
Okay, I will probably hate this and probably complain about it every single time. The dice hate me. They worked once and they failed, 6 times? So yeah, I don't like digital dice. I'll survive, but damn it. They ruined the good stuff. The role play that was great was getting out to the cave, and then it's like, I'm really getting sick and tired of the bow keepers. They really do read like a damn stereo instructions. They don't tell you shit. And I guess we're going to sort that out later, but it's like, you fuckers, just answer the question. No, they tell Elwyn shit. They don't tell me shit. And I already discussed this with Zed. There's nothing in the book that says they can't work together. It's from old editions. It literally just says it's bad. But anyway, no, it was fun. Going sideways, but still moving was great. And meeting the bear man, that thing was cool. That bear was amazing. Thank you.
Wildcord.
I enjoyed the story, particularly the scene where Tindy was teaching us to sing. That was well described by Tinderly. So I liked that you turned the cave that I pulled out of my butt into like the nexus for the story. It was a lot of fun.
I like doing that, taking little bits and pieces that you guys want to give me and turning them into something a little bit bigger. You know, making it important because it lets you share in the storytelling as well, which I think is important. I think it's important that we're all. That's kind of why the server's the way it is, why it kind of goes, because I want you guys to be able to tell in the story too. Plus, it keeps me entertained. Team Wildwood.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So the werebear interaction, which us starting as wolves with Shadowheart, seeing her part of her old pack and everything, and then moving on to saving someone, seeing her jump into combat, that combat really well. That was all super cool, just like fast paced too. Right when we got started, just went right into it. I loved it. And then right when it felt like we didn't quite know where we were going with it, like Toasty said, Wildcore just wanted to show us something, and then that worked into the ley lines that we had just talked about. And it worked into Shadowheart doing that deep roleplay moment where we all like synced up and everyone actually just hit on the dice rolls. Like all of us hit on the dice rolls. And that
By the way, y'all, thank
awesome.
all of you for not crapping your dice roll on my moment.
Right, no, it was awesome.
I might be at 6 rage right now if, you guys crapped out on me.
I was worried about that, actually.
That was killer. And that all felt so freeform. Like, that felt like we just all came up with all that shit together on the fly at that point, that very moment.
I was worried that Tindy's role was going to be the one that got the bestial failure.
That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
That would just be the worst. All right. So what didn't you like, Team Wildwood?
I didn't like looking over it, the DD dice. I don't know how many Ds are in that half the time. On my third monitor and seeing all these vampire dice firing away. That scared me. That's a terrifying sight. And especially when the storyteller needs to make these rolls to see what he's saying, but we're talking about combat and stuff going on, then all of a sudden it's just like, why is there vampire dice over there? Your face hasn't changed. It's just these terrifying things happening in the background, and I'm waiting for you to be like, yeah, so your head explodes, and then like we just move on, I'm just like, what's happening to me again? The last time I had an interaction with this chick, I didn't know what was happening to my body and brain, and now again, you're just like nonchalantly rolling vampire dice, and my brain's going crazy. I know I didn't like it as my character, but as the player, I loved it. It's awesome.
you've got a vampire stalker, and they have a
that would appear so.
They have a power called summon, where if they've interacted with you before, they can summon you from a distance. If they get a critical success on it, doesn't matter what's going on. You're like, okay, I gotta go.
Just zombies start heading that way.
So she was fishing for that critical success until she got a messy one, and now her compulsion's even worse. She's even more obsessed with you because of that compulsion.
Yeah, I actually have my dice rolls are very resistant to what she's trying to do, so it's not easy for her.
It's not very easy at all. So now you have a vampire stalker who wants your blood because she tasted your blood. She loved it. Vampire blood is very nutritious to. Werewolf blood is very nutritious to vampires. All right, Haggard. I know you showed up late, but let me have it. Would you like, didn't like, favorite role play? It was only one scene, but how'd it go for you?
Yeah, no, I enjoyed the bear. It was nice to be able to, get a couple dice rolls in combat. So I appreciate that. Other than that, there's nothing I didn't like. I don't have too much input because I wasn't here and wasn't in service, so I'll have to catch up.
Yeah, I'm glad you joined in, at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the bear before entering the BDSM dungeon.
Yeah.
I do apologize for the random inclusion of the BDSM dungeon.
Yeah, didn't like that I had to witness what's his face twerking it, but.
Yeah, I gotta admit, you were like, Chris, use your imagination to me, and I'm thinking about myself like, yeah, I don't.
My favorite part of the night was tenderly giggling.
Giggling, just like a maniac. Oh. All right, so what I liked and didn't like, for some reason, and I know it's not true because I'm always overprepared, I felt underprepared. And it was a weird feeling. I don't know why. I think it's because I slept 7 hours during the day today, recovering from that.
Couldn't imagine why.
Recovering from that goddamn gummy I ate yesterday.
I'm jealous, man. I gotta find me this exact gummy.
I'll send you a. It's a home.
Oh, I saw a pic.
It's homegrown, so it's New York State, so it might be difficult for you to get. But I only
had 20 milligrams last night, and I slept like 12 hours. Yeah, of course, I didn't sleep at all the night before.
I ate 100 milligrams in one sitting, and it did not hurt my jaw one bit. But this morning, when I woke up, I did my morning routine, and then I passed out on my couch until 3 p.m. So I felt a little underprepared, but I had many, many different scenes. I just couldn't figure out how to link them together. So thank you for working with me so well on it and making it run smooth.
Oh, man. That was awesome.
It felt natural to me. That's what I didn't like. What I did like was the variety we got to do tonight, like starting off on the hunt in lupus form, doing that. I wanted to give something to give everyone a rapport building moment with Tindy's character, at least a little bit. Plus, I wanted to introduce her old pack.
They don't seem to be doing so good.
They don't seem to be doing so good, and I hope that was worrying a little bit, and not just beyond just recognized and ignored. I hope that sparks something in the future. Best scene. I really enjoyed you guys meeting Jeremiah Clancy. I've been 4 sessions now.
The snowmobile fight was awesome.
The snowmobile fight I liked. I liked the visual behind the snowmobile fight. Guys with Molotovs and chains and hammers.
Yeah. The werebears, that's a real thing in the book and whatnot?
Yeah, it's actually Shattered Nation. Yep.
That's awesome. Okay. That's dope, though. Rad. I didn't expect that, just not knowing that could even be a thing, and I'm loving it, having a werebear just in the mix.
The singular werebear. All right, so I'm going to give everyone 5 XP tonight. And I need to keep better track of how much XP I give people, too. So I know exactly where we're at now, and I got to get it in an Excel sheet for Toasty. I promise I will do that for you. You asked me. But you get another 5 XP tonight. We've got Vampire coming up on Monday, which is going to be great. Introducing a new character, Nerd at Arts Uthild's Soren's daughter. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. We'll be down to player. We won't have Bishop. He's got some stuff going on. So it'll just be 3. It'll be 3 of us. We'll get a nice introduction in. Everything's going to be great. Coming forward, we have our Save and Raid is coming up. Can't wait for that. So keep an eye on that. I'm gonna do my milestones are probably going to be TTRPG related, like one shots and stuff like that. So keep an eye out if you're interested in playing one shots and stuff like that. They'll be available. I don't know how I'll portion them out. I don't think there'll be a big demand, but if I have to, I'll make room for everybody. Let's see, what else do we got? Other announcements: downtime and session prep sessions are going to continue to be on Wednesdays and Fridays. And Thursdays will continue to be border jams until we're finished. And then whatever we do retroactivist, I've been taking up a lot of retroactivist time lately, so I probably should let someone else play in the next game. So we'll see what the next game is, and we'll go from there. But I want to thank everyone. Let's get a raid target so we can send this out to today. Let's take a look. Who's on? Who do we have tonight? Anyone from the community on? First and foremost.
I see Newcomb, your mom.
Newcomb.
Yep.
And your mom, yeah.
Atari Beer Pong. I'd never get to raid Newcomb. Let's raid Newcomb tonight. I've always wanted to raid Newcomb Quad 9. I never get to. Newcomb. Spell it right, Quad 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight. I hope to see you again for Vampire. I hope to see you for our session preps. Have a great night. Thank you. All right.
Thanks.
No. That's not raid. That's just Newcomb 9999. There we go. I'm glad you enjoyed it from an audio perspective, Nerdwire. Well, thank you for the overlay next week, buddy. I appreciate it. Have a good one, everyone. Let's everyone get in there, and let me get over there so I can see him. And we're rating now. Peace.